come in, have a seat, kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otaku Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah.
Konbanwa, friends, and welcome to the Spring Cafe Staff Awards here. This is the Part 1 edition. We got a lot to talk about. We got Anime Expo with a lot of goodness, Crunchyroll being Crunchyroll, Japanese males being gay for a Shota Samurai for one of the newer shows. Yep, so we got all that and more with some awards. I am Matt, your co-CEO and your head chef, and to join me, my other co-CEO, the financier, whatever you want to call him, Ethan.
I am not the financier, bro. I will make this shop broke as a fucking joke. If I was.
We could probably get Marte on that. He's rich.
Yeah, we definitely need a sponsor like they do in Japanese wrestling. Osashi buri minasama, daijoubu desu ka?
Ervin Dajobu here. We are here.
It's good to see you again, Matt. It's been 2 weeks. I missed your fucking warm.
I missed you too. Yeah, I wasn't there 2 weeks ago. You weren't here last week.
Indeed.
And now we got everybody coming.
Did you tell the group last week that we linked up and had a good time?
We did. I told them about Forbidden Door, the prohibited portal, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
And you gave it a what grade, Matt?
I gave it a 7.
Gave it a 7 out of 10. I myself gave it a 7 out of 10.
But you know, all the diehards said 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 would bang, but you know, that's them.
Yeah, I'm missing my glasses. I would be wearing the glasses if I had them.
Yeah, no. I gotta get the package and stuff, and I'll mail it out.
I bet you gotta get the package, don't you?
Yeah, well, I gotta put it in this. I gotta wrap it up, and I'll mail that shit.
I was gonna say if it was your style, I would have just sold them to
you. They were not my style.
I just thought you don't want to look like a fucking douchebag.
I can do that plenty well hanging out with you.
Oh God, I didn't even wear them except for like the 5 minutes that I was in the car before it started fucking raining.
Yeah, no, that's right. You had them in the car ride.
I literally had them in the car ride, and then I was like, all right, it's getting dark. Then it started pouring, and I'm like, all right, well, let me take them off.
We were soaking wet.
We were indeed, in all the wrong ways. In all the wrong ways, for all the wrong reasons.
That was not fun.
Mm-mm.
But then we got inside, and then everything got sold out.
You want to hear a story, Matt?
Sure.
Real quick. So on Monday, right, the day after Forbidden Door, I stayed home. I worked half a day, funny enough. So I literally wrote my boss, and I was like, hey, I'm working literally half a day today on my vacation, so I'm not counting this as a full vacation day. Suck my dick. And afterwards, my cousin gets home, and we go out to eat Japanese, and we had good Japanese. I had a chicken teriyaki soba, and it wasn't bad at all, but it wasn't very fulfilling, right? And I had one thing of gyoza that I ordered for the table that I shared, and I was tempted. I'm like, I want to get another plate just for myself, right? And I didn't because I didn't pay the tab. My uncle paid the tab, right? And I was like, I'm not going to run up his bill. Right. So consider it, didn't run up his bill. Went about our way, no problem, right? That night, I go with my cousin. I proceed to get a little blackout drunk. A little bit, right? Not a lot, a little bit. But I distinctly remember prior to the end of the blackout, or in between the blackout. I don't remember, because the blackout happened when I was like having a serious conversation about life and Karen with my cousin, and he himself was having a serious conversation when we were having a really serious conversation, and that's the part I blacked out on. Go figure. But during him talking to me, right, I go on StockX and I bid on a bunch of shoes, right? I bid on I think 4 or 5 different pairs of shoes, all in the $200 range. Wouldn't you know, starting from I think Thursday or Friday onwards, son of a bitch, I won all the bids. So I'm now down approximately 900 and some change on some shoes that I drunkenly bid on Monday on my vacation. And that's not including the $1,000 that I spent on merch and shopping already in New York over the course of my vacation. So over the course of a lot of bullshit that I don't fucking need by any stretch of the imagination, I've spent over $1,900. And that also excludes the orders that I made prior to my vacation that kept coming to my house over the week that I was gone. So like over the last month or so, I'm down like well over 2 bands on like just needless random shit. A lot of it's cool. I will wear it eventually. I will use it eventually. But this is a prime example of why I'm not the Otaku Cafe financial connoisseur to say. Because, you know, I would be that guy to fucking just get a giant like Godzilla statue and like stick it in the front of our cafe for no fucking reason, except that it's animatronic and it goes raw. So I spent $3,000 on it.
My goodness. All right. Fair enough.
Anyway, random story for the day.
Oh boy. But we do have a lot, and it's going to be an almost long night.
An almost long night?
We're gonna try. We're going to very well try.
I was so eager to do this, and I feel bad for Starman because he has to wake up at the crack of fucking dawn.
Well, I do too because I go back to work tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah, I go back tomorrow.
I figured that, but do you have to wake up really early to just be an admin?
Yeah, I still gotta go in. I got up at 6.
Son of a bitch, and I feel bad for the both of you that I was so eager.
It's all right. Well, I'm only there for 2 hours and then I go home. So.
Oh, you just go home and fucking take a nap.
Yeah, basically. So.
And Bash is stuck there the whole day.
I think they get up early tomorrow.
What a coincidence.
They got home like 2:30 today. So.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Exactly.
All right, let's take this on the road, bro. Let's go.
Okay. Before we do all the big shows that got announced, real quick, Crunchyroll officially not only got rid of their comments, but disabled them, turned them off, all because of a boys' love show.
Yes, and have
you watched it.
Yes,
we're not gonna do a first impression, but what happened that caused an uproar?
So we'll get to the first impression next week, right? Loved it. Yeah. I'll say that much. There's a part in the middle of the anime, and I suspect that this is where shit went sideways. There's a part in the middle of the episode where the revelation comes that the second main character, his name is Hisashi, the gay one, right? He has a moment, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? Trigger warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little rapey.
Oh,
right? It's a little rapey, and he's not drunk. He's just like in a tizzy, right? He's in a tizzy. He's really upset. He's like literally on top of him. He cries like one solid tear on his roommate's face, whose roommate's name is Mao. And he proceeds to, like, while his hands are pinned on the bed, right? He's on top, his hands are pinned. He proceeds to lick the tear off his face. Again, this is all not without permission. Or not with permission, sorry, right? So it's a little it's tense off rip. And he's upset, right? When Mao finally gets him to calm down, because he's not that upset, he's just freaked out. And he's trying to back away, but he's trying to figure out, like, he's trying to figure him out emotionally because he's all fucked up. And what's it called? There's the specific scene. There was that, and then the second part, as he's trying to pull away, Hisashi grabs Mao's shirt, like at the bottom, not hard, but just grabs it and says, "Don't leave me, sensei." And so what I'm thinking the controversy is A, that part really, like I said, it was a little rapey, but B, there may be the potential as the story goes on for maybe some grooming, also a trigger warning from that perspective. Because keep in mind they're in high school
The
and he's
teacher,
got a
I'm
boyfriend,
assuming.
huh?
The teacher, I'm assuming.
Maybe he's got a boyfriend. We haven't seen the boyfriend yet as of episode 1. We don't know what he looks like, sounds like, nothing. All we know is that he does have a boyfriend, and it's a consistent relationship for at least well over a year because he still has the boyfriend when they time skip like the remainder of like the school year from when they first link up. So I'm guessing those two pieces are probably what set the community off on that.
Well,
I don't have any concrete proof. I just saw I saw they turned it
well,
off.
there were
Told me-
comments just saying they were tired of BL on their. They want to remove it from their feed. Say like, why are you shoving it in our face? It's simply just you don't have to fucking watch it. Just ignore it, like anyone else. Like mind your fucking business.
Yeah, and
That-
it's wonderful. You saw me. You liked the comment I made on my anime Instagram when I tagged
yeah.
you. It was a wonderful episode. I might as well give you the first impression now, since I talked about the most integral part of the episode.
I'm probably gonna watch tomorrow. So
yeah, it's honest to God. I've seen how many now? 4 or 5, thanks to you. Something like 4 or 5 yaoi, and it's by far I think the best episode 1 of a yaoi I've seen.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, probably gonna watch it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so that was the context I wanted to expound on.
Oh yeah, no. But yeah, guys, shut the fuck up. It's not that big of a deal. It's gonna be there.
Mhm.
You guys cream over Yuri. You got Yaoi. Deal with it.
Honestly, I've seen now. I think I have definitely seen more yaoi than Yuri. I've got a bunch of Yuri on my list.
Yeah, there is more Yaoi than there is Yuri. So,
but just from the Yuris that I've seen, yaoi does it better. It's wild. It's a wild concept to me as a cis man to sit there.
They're like more genuine or wholesome, and they're not generic.
Yes, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, and as a cis man, and we've had these discussions since you're part of the community, it's really difficult sometimes for me to grasp concepts or not cross the line on some jokes, not all jokes, some jokes. But to see it really, I'm literally psychoanalyzing the fact that I enjoy yaoi anime just as much, and sometimes, as of late specifically, more than I am what's it called? Straight romances.
Yeah.
I could think of the 5 that I've seen, and I can name a bunch of shows that are straight romances that are less than those 5 yaoi. It's wild.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Ooh.
No, I'm glad you like it, and I'm looking forward to seeing some stuff. But over the weekend, Anime Expo had a shit ton of announcements.
Yeah,
shows, premiere dates. Not seasons, just actual mostly 2025, some 2026.
Yeah, announcements of tickets and in progress anime.
Yeah, but let's get to some of those. I'm a behemoth, an S-rank monster, but mistaken for a cat, and I live as an elf girl's pet. That is one for 2025, made by
that's the long title rule. Long title rule, Matt.
Studio 0G, but it looks like an isekai, so I'm not going to watch it.
Okay. Isekai rule activated for Matt.
Yeah, I said I am very picky with them now because they're all the same fucking shit.
In some capacity or another,
yeah. And Beastars Part 1 is official for December 2024. So
you mean season 3, Part 1?
Yep.
Okay.
You can't do the whole in 12 episodes.
No, I'm not saying that. You skipped the season 3, and I was like, isn't there already a Beastars season 1 and 2?
Yeah, this is the final season.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
says final season.
Final season, Part 5. Final season.
No, it's
final season.
It's a split core.
Okay.
Yeah, split core. So the first half is going to be in the Part 1, and then Part 2 probably spring or summer. But I am looking forward to it. Trigun's final phase, new anime, is not just Stampede, it's called Trigun Stargaze.
Ooh.
So, but there's no date for that yet.
We will watch.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna watch, and we're probably gonna love it.
I hate Trigun. It's such bullshit, man. It's worse than watching an episode of AEW.
Yep. Witch Hat Atelier has a trailer that will come out for 2025, and this is animated by Bugs Films, the same people that did Zom 100. So this will be their second project.
Fun fact. I tell you what, guess what happened on this day last year?
Well, Zom 100 came out.
Debuted, yes, sir.
Yep. So here we go. We're gonna get another one. I cannot wait.
And hopefully it's not delayed.
Yep. I hope they have time to get the shit together going forward.
Take your time, please.
Exactly. Blue Box, the basketball/badminton series, is going to be a Netflix exclusive for October 2024. So,
Cool.
Chris told me about that, so I'm probably gonna watch it with him. We got the trailer for Soul Leveling, Arise from the Shadow. No date just yet. Blue Exorcist is going to have a continuous core from October and January. That is going to be the Beyond the Snow saga for October and Blue Knight saga for January 25. Bell Blocks, a dark fantasy, is going to come out in January 2025.
Is this a sequel to Freeing?
No, not that Bell.
Oh,
I know. I'm disappointed too. Trailer for Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online 2 comes out October 2024.
Cool.
Bleach Conflict comes out October 2024. We are almost there, and probably the final part next year.
Bankai!
And they said there's going to be a lot more original content for this one, as well as some other things. So, looking forward to that for people.
Hi, what you know?
Yep. Shangri-La Season 2 premiere date is October 13th, and that's going to be another continuous core.
I know Sean is looking forward to that, Mr. Starman.
Yep, and so is Christopher.
Indeed.
What else we got? Hold on. We got the
Keep it coming.
Black Butler Emerald Witch arc comes to Crunchyroll in 2025.
Nice. That's another Starman.
Fire Force Season 3.
Yes! Fucking yes!
Yep. Part 1 is in April 25, and Part 2 January 2026.
I hope I live long enough to see it.
Yes. Well, if you watch the drink. Abanessa's Reader's Viewpoint TV anime announced. No release date for that one yet. We talked about the Bleach. Rurouni Kenshin's trailer for the next arc comes out for October 24.
Nice.
Overlord, The Sacred Kingdom.
Yes,
I've seen
clips.
Be coming to theaters in Japan September 20th. That means we'll probably get it later in 2025.
Probably sometime soon.
We'll be getting the My Hero Academia movie in the States in October.
Good.
Yep.
You're making it rain. Just making it rain announcements right now, Matt.
Yep. Sci-fi mystery anime Special Kid Factory, produced by Nana Studios. No release date for that one yet. Chain Soldier Season 2 will no longer be animated by Studio 7 Arcs. They'll now be animated by Studio Passion.
And Chris put me on to the shows that Passion have done, and
yeah, they do a lot of ecchi work.
Ecchi goodness. For those who don't know, by the way, it is a Harem and Another Labyrinth, and Interspecies Reviewer, which is one that I did not watch when it came out. I watched it on hentai sites when I was trying to jerk off and find something like to do that too. And I was like, oh, this is fucking wild. This is a real anime. I'm back again.
Yay. You're back. And for me, Link Click has a new arc coming out.
Nice.
December 2024.
Nice. You're looking forward to that.
And I'm happy. I didn't expect it to be this sudden because last one was like 2 years almost. So I'm waiting
Hopefully it's not production delayed.
Yep. It was China, so we'll see. Tomb Raider King webtoon is an anime adaptation coming out in 2026.
I saw that today, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Do we have any more? Original golf anime, Soraro Utility Golf, January 25. We got so many.
Keep it going.
Cloverworks.
We're killing time for
Cloverworks.
Chris. Keep it going.
Cloverworks is making a original anime called Grotesque. No release date for that one quite yet, but we will.
Is there a synopsis? That's one you might want to hear a synopsis on.
You want to hear the synopsis for Grotesque? There is none.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there's only two ways it can go, and neither of them are good.
No. And I believe that is it. That's it with the news.
You're supposed to say I believe in Joe Hendry.
I also believe in Joe Hendry. But I also believe that there is no more news. All right.
Shall I bring the first guest in?
Yes, you can bring him in now.
That's where you need a fucking sound effect for that, Sean Raku.
Well, I didn't put the applause in.
No. Oh, you want to do it, Matt? Okay.
I don't have the applause. All I got is the. God. There we go. Gasp! That gasp. There, whore.
Hey, what's happening?
It is Starman. How you doing, our barista?
We don't hear you. All this time and you have mic problems. Come on, man. Nope. Nothing. 21 and some change. Need some editing.
That's okay. No, we're still here. We are still here. We're waiting for him to talk. So until then, we are happy for you to be joining us.
Indeed. It's nice to see your face.
There we go. There he is. There it is.
There it is.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm the mic guy, like, you know.
Starman with the Sean Pancho mustache, it looks like.
Mustache? Oh, no, but it's lazy stash, bro. Usually I have this whole thing clean, bro. It's
yeah, I'm saying, son, like, hola de vato. Hola de.
But we have our second guest later. Chris is running a little bit late, so he will do a DBZ Chiron with his awards of whatever he has. Like he'll to catch up, and then we'll all be caught up doing all this together.
Damn, Jeff Bezos.
Like I said, we have a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time. Ethan and Starman, are you ready?
I am ready.
All righty, let's give out some cafe staff, some food, some drinks, and of course our first award, most disappointing. So with that, the fruitcake, the Christmas cake, whatever you want to call it, the undesirable.
Not undeniable.
It is not a bad show, something that disappointed you, or something they did that was fucked up. So, Starman, what do you have as your disappointment?
Mysterious disappearances, man. I watched it just to finish it, but Mysterious Disappearances let me down on so many levels. It was like the story, it was such a bland ending, like it's just like really? And it was just like, okay, so why is this shit constantly in the top 5 and 10s of a lot of these online polls? And I'm like, bro, is it really just these big titty fan service? Is that really what is selling it? Because there is nothing else for that show.
Yep.
So that was mine. That was my vote.
Yeah, that was definitely one of them. Even, what about you?
What do you think it is?
Mysterious Experiences?
No, a condition called love.
Oh,
I don't care that it got better toward the end, Matt. I was so. Yep. And the worst part is everything about a condition called love outside of the actual plot is pretty solid. The colors, I love. Musical composition, fine. The art style and the animation itself, really nice and smooth. I just couldn't get over the plot. Like, this dude is like probably like 2.5, 3 steps away from being like whole ass like stalker, like ultimate, like I'm gonna kill everybody so it's nobody but you and me, so you understand what it's like how I grew up alone. Nah, man, I gave up. And that's the latest I've ever given up a series is A Condition Called Love. And son of a bitch, I dropped the fucking thing at the end.
You gotta finish. If you get more than 6 episodes in, you kind of have to finish it.
I'm good. I don't think I'm going to lose anything out of life if I don't watch 4 episodes of A Condition Called Love.
Did you at least read the forums?
I don't give a fuck about the forums.
He just gave up completely. He wasn't restrained order on the shows.
I'm
Okay.
good. Anybody that's like fucking Hananoi, jump off a cliff, please. The world don't need you.
Oh, stop.
Don't need
will
you.
Stop.
Don't need you.
My goodness. For me, it was Ninja Kamui, actually.
Ooh.
You know what? Like I said, the first 3 or so episodes, great. Honestly, after the mechs, I kind of got turned off. Like, none of this like screamed ninja to me. It's like they're trying to mix that with Gundam.
I mean, I felt like it was
like any qualities of a ninja is just it's not there. Like something completely different now. So why could just call it like something that's made some type of other warrior cult or some shit? And the CGI really did not help at all, especially with the final fights. I was with it, and then the CGI is like it's such a turnoff. Like I don't hate CGI, like it's good done right, but this
I feel like because it was done in like a Neo, like in a Neo world, it could get away with that.
Yeah, but again, there's not much really explore of it. And
I mean, they were brave.
And with the revenge, I didn't give a shit. Like I didn't really care about Bogan that much. I get being mad that your wife and child got killed, but it's just like, it's like not new about it. And with how it ended before we got the season 2 announcement, like, what the fuck happened? So it's just, well, now we know there's going to be a part 2. So hopefully it does get better, but I will still say it is still probably the best anime Adult Swim has done so far. Not perfect, but it's still something compared to the last shows we have had involved in their production. So give it that. I'm not giving up on it yet. Like I said, season 2 probably sometime later in 2025. Alrighty. The edamame. You know, the boiled soybean snacks things. The most surprising, the best surprise. What did you not think was going to be good? Exceeded your expectations. Starman?
Okay, what exceeded my expectations was I just took a gamble on a random anime because I like the colors. I was just like, okay, I like this artwork and these colors. I'll check it out. And it was the most fun I've had this entire season with any other anime. And that was I was reincarnated as the 7th Prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. 7th Prince was fun. When I say it was fun, it was fun. You got basically an OP. This kid was like Gojo meets like I don't know, bro. He was just like a souped up. He was just OP. He was just insanely OP. And usually when they're too OP, it don't be fun. But it's just like, nah, this kid is OP and completely unhinged and gets excited when he starts to lose because now he has to actually fucking try. And you don't want to see that kid when he actually has to fucking try. And it just got crazy and crazy. Now, I will say I'll get to this later, but it was a bit questionable. I didn't know who this show was for, but it was a pleasant surprise. Most of the surprises were good. Some of the surprises was like, what the fuck? Who? Why? But I enjoyed it.
Okay, very good. Even
I gotta find it on my list. Surprise.
You don't have your list up.
No, I have it up. It's just
okay.
You should see my screen right now. On a single screen, I've got it up. My best surprise was Bartender. Bartender. Okay. For those who haven't picked up already, I'm basically a drunk. And so, so I enjoy drinking very much. And I drink quite frequently. But when you look at a show of like Bartender, you think like, oh, it's about various drinks. It should be like fun and, you know, like bubbly, lots of drunk funniness and all this stuff. Like, no, like Bartender gave you so many different layers of drinking from what it's like from a bartender's perspective to see a customer, various customers of various backgrounds, races, things of that nature. The knowledge in order for you to be able to really be a top bartender, from the drink making to like the history of the drinks. I thought that was exceptionally done. The plot itself was really solid as well. Was not fun and bubbly always, had some real dark tones to it, which I appreciated, and gave us a little bit of depth in terms of the show. And what's it called? It puts a new appreciation on what it's like to go out for me. And another thing that it did is that it also showed off legitimate craft bartending in Japan. I watched a video on YouTube of a random craft bar, and I swear to God, it was like I was watching a real life bartender. It was really, really like really well done between paralleling real life versus the anime. So I gave it solid remarks. And yeah, like I said, it gave me a new perspective on what it's like to actually be out in public and give you a new appreciation to drinking. So
yeah, I can understand that. All right, my surprise for me was Train to the End of the World. I did not expect it to be this fucking good. I had a ball with this, with just the adventure of it all, just how the open talk could be. I liked the 4 characters, I liked the girls, I liked the action, I liked the creativity of it. I'll get more to it later, though, but it was definitely Train to the End of the World, because this is not the only word it gets. I'm going to tell you that right now. So Train for. But all right, now that we have the edamame, now let's get a drink in there. A classic drink, popular, the melon soda. And I've had this in Japan, and pretty damn good actually. So, so they know what they're doing with that one. And that one is the best OP. What was your best opening theme?
Oh man, my best. I felt was the best OP, or at least my favorite OP of the entire season, was Abyss by Youngblood. That was the opening theme for Kaiju number 8. I never skipped it. I jammed to it. It stayed in my head rent free this entire season, no matter what I had going on, what I was doing. I'd be randomly just finishing up doing some yoga, working out, or cooking in the kitchen. And I know I've seen hell rise. And then it just hits. And I was like, damn, I love that song. Now I got to go play it. It just randomly will pop up at random times, man. Fucking love that OP. Love it.
There you go.
Everything Starman said about Kaiju number 8, because that's my pick as well. The only thing I'll add on to it is Starman has taught me to be more picky, not picky, but more analytical when it comes to OPs and EDs. It's not always, I mean, obviously a lot of it factors in on the music and how it makes you feel, but it's also looking at the art style and the representation, the clues, context clues, and the things that you can see later on in the season from the show. And not only is the music for Kaiju number 8 incredible, when you look at the art style, the animation that was done throughout the entire scenes of the OP while the song is playing, it fits perfectly. It's stylish. It's so aesthetically pleasing. It's very visually, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Very visually, damn it, I'm missing the word. What is that word? Enamoring. Like, it's very visually enamoring when you like just sit there and you can just look at all like the cells dividing, the blood, like from that's like within. It's basically everything that's within, you could say, Kafka's body. And it was so wonderfully animated, including the music being just so fantastic. So yeah, Kaiju number 8 for me too.
Awesome.
Before I get to mine, I am going to give a shout out to Glisten Dungeon's second OP. I really liked it. I had it for a while, but it's also Kaiju 8. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, this shit goes hard. So I freaking loved it. But no, I had Glisten Dungeon for a while, but Kaiju 8 was also really damn good.
Sweep!
Yeah, that's my playlist right away. There we go. You got a sweep.
First one.
Yep, probably the only one.
We'll see.
Up next, we got some miso soup, and that's the best ED, best ending theme, Starman.
Kaiju number 8. I'm sorry. Like, well, no apologies needed, bro. One Direction. I'm sorry, not One Direction. One Republic. Did nobody but One Republic. I thought it was a dope ending theme. It was cool. I never get English pop stars doing anything for anime, so they play that shit on the radio. Like if you listen to the top 40 radio, they play that song on the radio. That's never happened except for them random times. Somehow, some way, Oshi no Ko's theme made it on Spotify's #1 playlist, but I never heard it on like the radio. But so yeah, I gotta give it to One Republic. Nobody for Kaiju number 8.
All right. Okay.
I'm a sucker for ballads. You give me a good ballad, I'm into it. So ED for me is Unnamed Memories ED. Very soft, very calming, very sad if you want to like, really like analyze the lyrics and the tempo and things of that nature. So yeah, Unnamed Memory for sure is definitely my choice.
Awesome.
ED for me is Many Sides of Voice Actor Radio. I really enjoyed it. I like the little harmony with the chorus. The voice actors for it sounded great. It was like a happy tone. So I really dug it. I didn't expect it to be that good, and that's one of those added to my playlist. It puts me in a good mood. So stand by you, basically. Let's do it.
That was dope. No, that was a good thing.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get another drink in. Let's get some bubble tea. And the bubble tea for that one is best soundtrack. So the score, music composition, insert songs. Who had the best with that? Starman.
Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 again, man. Kaiju number 8 did everything right musically that they were supposed to do. They gave you this intense sci-fi soundtrack. They gave you they gave you a fucking bop for the opening theme. Ending theme was a cool ass pop song. They did not fail. Like they understood the assignment. Like musically, they did everything right. Like everything right. The tension, the music, the comedy, everything just felt perfect.
Okay, I can appreciate that one. Even
I went with our only musical anime that we did watch, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. At the end of the day, it is quintessentially a musical drama. And so if you have a musical drama featuring fledgling pop stars, you got to think that the music is going to be really, really solid in order for you to feature it that heavily in your show. And I thought that every single song that Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night produced and put out there was really well done. All the lyrics to all their all the lyrics to all their songs throughout the entire piece, I thought were really well done, really articulate, really hit home in terms of the emotions the characters are feeling and relatability that people may have when they listen to the song versus like the audience in which they were singing for. So I went with Jellyfish Can't Swim the Night. I don't think they missed a single song for anything that they produced during that season.
I can not that at all. I think those are actually 3. I think that's a good choice, to be honest with you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, mine was something you both didn't watch, and that was Girls Band Cry. Love the songs, legit band, great music, and when they weren't doing their songs, the scores of it, especially with the Goodnight World instrumental with the piano, Chef's Kiss. Very fun music. So even if you don't watch the anime, you can just listen to the music on its own, and it's nice. It's a nice like rock and roll type of beat. So I like that. So definitely Girls Band Cry for my soundtrack.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Very cool indeed. Let's get some soba. Those noodles. Let's get that in for best adaptations, whether it is a video game, a manga, a light novel. Who do you think has done it well? Even to read it, if that's the case, something that will make you want to read it. So, Starman.
I'm gonna keep this theme going, and it's Kaiju number 8.
Oh my god! I thought I swept awards with Kaiju 8 as we go.
I was expecting a spicy one for the sweeping.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna spare y'all. Kaiju number 8. Again, I read the manga. I didn't get as far as the reveal, but I got pretty damn close, and it was like page for page, panel for panel, animated for animation. They just threw graphics behind the animation. They find a way to bring that to life. Like the detail in the actual Kaiju number 8 transformation is one thing, but when they mixing the CG with the animation, with like the colors, the background, like making it, he was really dark. Like they made him really dark, and you can see all the detail, even though he's gray and black with a little bit of blue in the middle. Like, bro, they brought that to life. So yeah, man, Kaiju number 8, hands down.
Cool.
All right. Ethan, where you go?
Not much of a what's the source material reader or reviewer, but I always, whenever it comes up, I tend to always put this as the adaptation simply because of the fact that it's got such a popular and huge fan base. And they normally, for the most part, will largely say that they do it really, really well, and that is a Jobless Reincarnation.
Okay. For me, surprisingly, I will give credit where credit is due. Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc.
Ooh!
They took these 6 chapters and they were able to add some new content to make their stories flesh out, nicely paced, especially with how they did it with the ending. So like all these little small changes to make it come to life in an anime format was very impressive. So that's why, like I said, I didn't think this thing to be an arc. I will still stand by that. But for what they did with it, nicely done. So it's Demon Slayer for me in that one.
Ooh.
All right, next up. How about as a good old beer? So best original. Best original anime. So Starman, what do you got?
No, I'm joking.
I was like, stop it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ninja Kamui was my top choice until I realized that Train to the End of the World did not have a manga. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all just made this up? Oh, hell yes. Yeah, Train to the End of the World, for that to have no source material, for them to just create that. Oh my God, you talking about best original anime? I don't know if we'll get another anime this year that's completely original that's going to be better than that. We'll see what Code Geass, Rose of the Rescue can do, but so far that's going to be hard to top, man. So yeah, Train to the End of the World is my favorite original.
Starman, since you've seen this, let me expound on that. Doesn't Train give you a little bit of Inu-Oh vibes in terms of originality? Different plots and presentation, obviously, but just in terms of the fact that it's so wacky and out there, but they managed to make it into what they did.
It's a very Western style anime. People don't know that. Train to the End of the World is a cartoon. At its heart, it's a cartoon. It took so many Western cartoon elements from everything that they combined to the whole sci-fi aspect. It was like, it's really wacky anime, but it's a lot of it that feels familiar if you really like the comedy that we put in cartoons. Like, they had butt jokes for goodness sakes. Like, bro, this shit was like, you could put this on Nickelodeon. Like, I mean, honestly, have you ever seen Infinity Train? It wasn't as dark as Infinity Train, but bro, it was just as good as Infinity Train, if not better. Well, I don't know. Infinity Train got cut off.
Well, Infinity got screwed over.
It's supposed to have 8 seasons. Anyway, Train to the End of the World was a great original, dude. It was. I recommend that to anybody. If I had to recommend like damn near any anime that ain't like a shonen, I'm gonna recommend that.
That's high praise.
Right.
That's high praise. Mine was also Ninja Kami until you had told me that Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night was an original, and I was like, of course, I'm gonna pick Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. So I went with Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. At the end of the day, really solidly told, as I went into with the principle of the soundtrack. Very crisp, very fruitful plot. And I would love to see another season of it. I would love to see another season of Jellyfish, see how they continue to grow, see them make, see the people mend fences with whom they needed to mend fences with, and see how the two groups continue to grow and keep going from there. Now that they're in high school or not out of high school, there is opportunity to be able to branch out further and maybe even bring more adult oriented themes into this now that they are adults in the actual entertainment world. So would love to see that. But yeah, definitely Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night is my best original.
All right, for me, Train to the End of the World. I love the writing. It was so creative, so unique with this, and it's I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Like, yeah, I could have given it to Jellyfish, but it's not like new. Like, it's original writing, sure, but this brought a lot of different elements to make it very more enjoyable in that regard. So I will also have to give it to Train to the End of the World for that.
Choo choo.
Choo choo, baby.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Exactly. Alrighty. The next food. Let's get some good old karage. That Japanese fried chicken.
Good shit. Is that a racist thing because we have Starman on?
I mean, no, bro. I mean, if Korean fried chicken would have made way more sense, but I'm gonna let Matt cook. No pun intended.
Nah. This is the visuals. Best art, like not animation. This is backgrounds and all this. What was aesthetically pleasing?
I picked something. I think. No, go ahead.
Y'all, how bad y'all want the sweet?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, if we talking visuals, background, anything besides like the main characters, everything outside of the character animation, I can't think of. Although Kaiju number 8 would be a really good choice.
You didn't go with that. Oh, that's where I thought you were going.
No. The anime that I'm about to name, the best thing about this anime was everything else but the main characters, and that was none other than Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night.
Okay.
Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. Like, dude, from the first episode where, they went all out, like they went, I call those superior, what I call those superior pilots, right? They went super out in the first episode, and it took them a couple episodes before they brought the animation back up till I felt that same par. But nonetheless, the moment I saw the mural, I just knew this shit was gonna be special. The moment I saw the Jellyfish mural, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be special. And I like how they started with that and ended with that. But the art, that it was about a girl who's an artist. It's a musical anime, but it's about a girl who's an artist. So they put a lot of thought into the artwork. And she had a friend that was a graphic designer, and they had just so many different elements to this. It wasn't Call It a Night pretty, but it was damn sure pretty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to High Dive, man. They know what they're doing.
That's a good point too. You mentioned it's not just a musical anime. You're right. It's more of like a liberal arts anime. You could definitely say that.
Yeah, there we go.
It's definitely liberal arts anime. Is Kaiju your number 2?
What best visuals?
Yeah.
No. Kaiju wasn't actually my best visuals number 2.
Damn. So I'm the motherfucker that went with Kaiju number 8 as my best visuals. Okay.
I mean, outside of the main characters, I don't know. It was dope, but
like it didn't like pop.
I don't know. For me, like I thought it was just
the Kaiju in and of itself was just amazing. Shit, he was amazing.
Like the kaijus, you can't just say kaijus. The fact they had the multiple kaijus, they were all unique in their own presentation, their own, the way that they were plotted out. But in terms of like their powers, the way that they represented that, the battles throughout.
You talking about the animation, or we talking about the visuals?
I'm talking about the visuals because they're very like. Yeah, okay. I gave animation to something else, but with visuals, like I don't know, it was just so captivating. Like, yeah, the plot captivates you, but without having good visuals, the plot can just seem like not as fulfilling. At least because I'm simple. You know what I mean? Like, give me a good plot, and then you give me great visuals on top of that. I can forgive sometimes shitty plot because the visuals are so great. You know what I'm saying? But in this instance, they deliver both. I enjoyed it. That was one of the main things that I enjoyed, is just seeing how all of that, like how that really was. And another thing in terms of visuals, we want to map out a specific point of visuals. It's early on in the season for me when they're dissecting the dead kaiju, and you can get into like the nitty gritty of the kaiju, and then even the pan out scenes when you have like the focus on the character, but in the background you have like the haze, and the haze is of the kaiju and the other people working. I thought that was really nicely done, and so I picked Kaiju number 8 at least for this one.
Also, real quick, Sean, you messed up on ED for your Facebook post.
What was your ED again?
Mine was voice actor. His was unnamed memory.
Unnamed memory. Oh, yours was unnamed memory for. Oh shit, my bad.
Yes.
Where's he posting this? He's posting them in real time?
In the Facebook group.
Yeah, in real time, bro.
Oh shit!
I'm doing it again. You didn't even notice.
Nah,
I've been keeping track of that while we're talking.
No, I have not noticed that. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
Good for you.
Yeah, and soon Chris's whenever you get to.
Good for us.
I know, right? Shit.
My dog.
All right. Mine for visuals is Train to the End of the World. I love the backgrounds of all these different towns.
That was my number 2.
Yeah, that was just very pretty, especially in the OP and ED, like those backgrounds on top of it. It's very pretty. Mm-hmm. So I gotta get props to that because I give them a lot of credit for a lot of things. So definitely trained for that one. Mm-hmm. All right. Moving on, the Royal Milk Tea. Sorry, no. This is genre. So the erotica cake, best ecchi or fan service.
All right, man. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm conflicted. Although this one did have fan service, I didn't know who the fan service was for. Some of it was for me, and some of it was for people who Chris Hansen probably needs to go and go and just pick up and leave and just take them wherever the FBI gonna take them. But I'm talking about Seven Prince, man. Seven Prince. Seven Prince was ecchi, bro. Like Silpha sexy as hell. Like it was just ecchi. Like everybody was risque. Everybody was risque, from the clothes to the how tight everything was. Like they were really risque with the characters. They were very generous with the fan service. But I didn't appreciate Lloyd having fan service shots. Like the Prince had fan service.
Why were his spies like that?
That were not like
of his junk.
What?
They had him of his junk.
No. But he's a child. He's like a 10-year-old child. But they would show him with the thighs. They would show him with they would do stuff with him with that showing like you seen like the cover with the hips and the knees out, and I'm just like, bro, who the fuck is this for? Like I was just like, bro, who is this for? And then when I went into comment sections about the show, it was like, oh, but if I'm FBI, I'm knocking on everybody's fucking door. Y'all are. I'm like, bro, y'all. I was so disappointed. I was surprised because it's the internet, but I was just like, bro, y'all, something wrong with y'all. Anyway, Prince did have like no other show really didn't have much fan service this season. I think Jellyfish had that one scene, with the girl fake titties, but other than that, I can't remember I saw much fan service this season. Other than Aqua not wearing no panties, but.
I was gonna say, like, I was also conflicted with this because, to your point, there's not that much fan service, but there are fan service shots. Like with Duke of Death, you always get Alice trying to strip, and Bo-chan's like, "Oh no, don't put it away. I don't want to see it until we're married." And then with Konosuba, technically, I feel like you can count Darkness being a fucking depraved BDSM person as like fan service, and to me that was close. But I gave it to the one show where the fan service is the reason why you critiqued it at the very beginning of this episode, Starman. I gave it to Mysterious Disappearances. Also, I agree with your point in terms of who was the fan service for, because there were so many fan servicey shots with the middle school girls, just keeping in mind that they're middle school girls. These are like 13, 14-year-old girls. Keep in mind also, up until a few years ago in Japan, it was legal for you to have sexual interactions with a 13-year-old girl. They have since recently corrected that, and now it's 16, which still may be low, but many places are 16. That's another topic for another day. But nonetheless, you got middle school girls, and you're showing pants. You're showing like them, like, you're showing one of them like bent over, so you can like, see different things. And then even with the older adults, when you have what's her face, Ogawa, and then the teacher. You can see like the panty shots, and it's like, you know, you can see like they have like fat like moose knuckles. Like that was one of the premier reasons why Mysterious Disappearances really kept up there in the top 13 throughout most of the years, because of that shit. Sorry, season, not year, but in any case, that type of shit.
Okay, mine, I really didn't have much. Oh, fucking Sherry!
Uh-oh.
Cool Cherry! Cherry 2014.
I'm bad at that.
Hello!
I'm sorry, guys.
My goodness.
I had to put that up there.
I couldn't give it to Mysterious Disappearances. Konosuba had some, but not enough to justify it. So I gave it to the only one that had the ecchi tag, and that's Mushoku Tensei. He fucked 2 people. He got 1 knocked up, and 1 after his daddy died. He fucked 2 people in this one house.
You don't see it, and they're very like serious
They
moments.
did it. They
For the
still
most part.
fucked.
Okay. I mean, yeah, they fucked. They're the only. It's the only anime where people had sex.
They fucked. He fucked twice. Maybe more.
He's about to fuck a 3rd time next season, but that's another topic for another.
Again, I really didn't have anything compared to last season, so unfortunately, so it probably won't make it for the year. Depends how the rest goes. Because I already got a contender for summer. We'll get to that later. But yo, what's goody good, gang? Hey, we are doing rather well. We are doing our little Cafe Awards, and I'm pretty sure here for the Dershi Radio YouTube, they will also be doing a recap show later on at 10 o'clock. They'll do that, and we'll also still be here because we're here for a while. So there you go on that. Anyway, moving on. Let's get some of that onigiri, and for that category is the music. Best music show.
For me, Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night was like, they did dope with the music. I was pleased every which way every time it happened. Like it was, yeah. I mean, it was good. Like Ethan said in his intro, like they did a great job rolling in the music, writing the music, making the themes fit. I thought all that was like pretty much what you kind of want from it.
All right.
I already spoiled it. It was my best music anime thing when I went along with the.
I think that was your only music.
That's right. Yeah, and it was my only music. So we already know yours is Girls Band Cry. Come on.
It is Girls Band Cry.
Give us the spiel. Give us the spiel.
No. It was focused more on the music, life of a rock band, like getting together, starting up. One was some like former band members. One's is brand new to it. Talk about the music business a bit. Starting off at agency and how it can backfire. They did all that, and songs were great once again. So yeah, I had to give it to that.
Hi.
All right, moving on. The deep fried Twinkie, aka Best Sci-Fi. Starman.
All right, man. Let's get back to the motherfucking sweet. All right. Kaiju number 8, man. Best Sci-Fi, bro. I had a close second. I did have a very, very close second, and that was Loser Rangers. But ultimately, when it came down to it, I thought about it, and I was like, which one of these would make the better live action? And it was like, yeah, Kaiju. If you did this shit live action, it'd be on another level. That lets me know, like, yeah, that's sci-fi. Loser Rangers, I feel like just the Power Rangers Association, people would just, mine would go to Power Rangers. They wouldn't think sci-fi. They think Power Rangers. Kaiju number 8, you think Kaiju, you think Godzilla. That's sci-fi. So that's sci-fi.
All right. What's yours?
Let the motherfucking sweep continue. Kaiju number 8, motherfuckers. Let's go. For all the reasons Starman said. No need to expound.
Yeah, same. I almost gave it to Train, but I think Kaiju did more. That's why I expect a little bit better.
Not another sweet.
Single brooms out, baby. Yo, one of you guys needs to have like the broom effect. Like,
that would be. Have a broom effect? Like, yeah, just have to put a sweep in there.
Yeah. However, yeah, whatever sweep sound make, yeah, put that there. We need that.
I will get that. Hopefully, we can get more sweeps in the future.
This might be a one and done. I might have froze over tonight. Who knows?
Right.
You know what? No, it's a clean sweep for the three of us. We still haven't accounted for Chris. He's gonna come up with the most random fucking anime that none of the three of us watched for like half of these shows.
Oh yeah, probably. No, I'm all for it. I can't wait.
It's a sweep for the Eat the Cake anime group admins. We'll say that.
Yep. Yeah, as those are also being updated very slowly but surely. Do not worry, you'll get them all soon.
Indeed.
All right, now the onigiri for mystery / thriller.
Kaiju number 8. Just kidding.
No. Go Lose the Ranger. Go Lose the Ranger was a whole like thriller. It was a mystery thriller because like we knew like Fighter D was like we knew who he really was, but nobody else did, and they were trying to figure out what's going on. He's infiltrating the whole Ranger Academy. He's infiltrating the entire like academy, trying to like take down like just pretty much just trying to take down like the Dragon Keepers. He's trying to take them down, trying to figure out, how can he get higher on the food chain so he'll have a chance to do it. And like things happen along the way, but it gets so thrilling and shit start to happen. You don't know who to trust, who to believe, who is who. It was dope, man. Yeah, man, that was my favorite. That was my favorite thriller mystery. More of a thriller than a mystery, but definitely thrilling.
All right,
Yep. Mine is the only other award this show is going to win today. I mean, literally, the word mystery is in the title. It is Mysterious Disappearances. At the end of the day, it's just what's it called? The show, for all its downfalls with the plot, the quintessential plot of it itself is literally in the title. They deal with mysterious disappearances. They have to come up with, trying to solve these mysterious disappearances, and it leads them to more mysterious disappearances for an overarching plot point of a mystery involving Arashino and Oto from that perspective. So, it accomplished its goal from that perspective, I think. To Starman's point, it's not going to be the greatest thing that you'll ever see. It probably should have not been in the 13 much at all, probably if ever. But it is probably, I think it is the only type of mystery that I watched. So I guess it wins by default, but I mean, it's in the name. So
they even said it in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, your mysterious disappearance. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We knew what it was going to be about quick, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Before I continue, Sean, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you did skip a couple in your reward posts, like the soundtrack adaptation visuals.
I'll get to those. I kind of
okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you're going exactly order or.
I was meant to go in order, but then I was like, oh shit, I forgot those. Let me do the ones I remember before I get even further behind.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
All good in the hood, Chief.
Okay, mine is Train to the End of the World, the mystery of the world, how we get there, with the 7G, and just more of, like who was behind it, why did it happen, what happens if you don't do it, why does it leave it as it is. So it was a lot of that. I could have given some mysterious disappearances, but the mystery for that was just So I was just more engaged. Like I want to know what was next with the train, with every episode, with every town they stopped in, and especially with the climax of it. So there we go. So it was Train for me for mystery. All right, let's get some of that good old shrimp tempura, and that one is Supernatural.
Supernatural. Okay. All right. My favorite Supernatural was my favorite Supernatural was Train to the End of the World. It has supernatural elements. It's more of a sci-fi than a supernatural, but there was a zombie episode, and I was like, okay, they got zombies. This is kind of weird. I don't know. That 7G shit was more than sci-fi. Like that shit was just too trippy. I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, man. Trains to the end of the world.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan?
Let the motherfucking sleep continue. Kaiju number 8, bitch. Yes. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. This ain't gonna be the only award Kaiju number 8 wins. Like, spoiler alert. Hey, look who showed up too.
And Chris is here.
And then we'll come to him for this one. I mean,
Yo, Chris.
Dude. What's up, Chris?
I'm back.
You are here. All right, real quick. What was your best supernatural?
Wait, I haven't expounded on my point. What the fuck? Fuck you.
You're gonna praise Kaiju anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna praise Kaiju, but I mean, literally, Kaiju number 8 is about fucking like alien monsters that attack the world. You see an alien monster literally.
Aliens more sci-fi though.
Huh?
Aliens is more like sci-fi.
Okay, well, is it not supernatural when you eat a fucking alien and it turns you into a fucking superhuman / alien?
Eh.
Come on. Fuck you. You just wanted to fucking have Chris come over here and power sweep his shit.
No.
Fine, Chris, go ahead.
It wasn't Kaiju. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm picking, showing off my best supernatural.
Yeah, and we'll
Start
get to
off
your
with
other
that.
Okay.
All your awards.
Grim Variations.
Grim Variations. Okay.
I told you.
We got a prize in.
That's not
What?
bad.
All the
That's pretty good damn choice.
What?
Yeah.
all the different stories of the fucked up
Brothers
grim
Grimm, yeah.
grim tales. I enjoyed them.
Yeah, there we go. Mine is just mysterious disappearances. I like the supernatural aspects of it, just not everything else. And the only problem is there was a lot of good ones. When I got them, they were interesting.
That was my.
It's still no
I was
Dark
gonna
Advent.
No.
Oh, I was trying to join in in between things, but I forgot I was behind on the YouTube video, so that's what happened.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's do a rundown of yours real quick, Chris. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, disappointment.
Man, I wish I was here earlier so I could give my whole spiel on this, but
Give it.
it's going to be Toei. Toei Animations, you had a job. You had one single job. You saw Bocchi the Rock. You saw it. You saw it killed. It was going to make millions. You decided, oh man, let's do our own thing. You found a bunch of girls who can play instruments. You made a bunch of amazing songs and put music videos a year before your show even came out. Then hyped the fuck out of it, which everyone loved. And then right at the finish line, you decide not to license it. What the fuck?
I love this answer,
I had to
actually.
go through so much bullshit. I had to go through so much bullshit because of all the fucking dumb ads and trying to find these episodes of Girls Band Cry. Fuck you, Toei.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
fuck
with it.
Toei.
I'm with it.
I support this.
Make Toei animation great again.
No, let's go fuck off forever. All right, moving on. Surprise, Chris. Best surprise.
My best surprise is Train to the End of the World.
All right, yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Thank you. Yes, I agree. All right, OP.
OP, that is what is it? Preview of Me, the opening to Ranger Reject.
All right. Okay. All right, ED.
ED is I forgot the name of it. I decided it last minute because I just
It's okay.
it's Eureka, the ending to Train.
Okay. All right, I can get with that. Nice. Soundtrack.
Soundtrack, Girls Band Cry, hands down.
Good.
Hands down.
Good.
I found Nameless Name like the night before Christmas, and I have not stopped listening to it. I have not gone back. All the songs in Girls Band Cry rock, even like the instrumental that play in the background are amazing. They fit the mood well. Yeah,
All right. Best adaptation.
Spice and Wolf. As someone who watched the original back when it aired on Funimation, I really like the new new art style. I like the fact that they brought back all the old cast, both both English and Japanese. It's just really good to see it back.
All right. Okay. Nice. Original.
Girls Band Cry,
All right.
of course. This is my sweep. This is my sweep.
Yeah, this is your sweep.
All right.
Best visuals.
Visuals, Jellyfish.
All right.
Due to I was listening to you guys, so like the same points that Starman brought up. The fact like what sold me over was the all the amazing art that Yoru drew for Jelly. It was all just great.
All right. Agreed. Your best etchy or fan service.
Ecchi is Mysterious Disappearance for two reasons. The ecchi part for that opening alone. The fan service is for all the like mythology, the ways they tie in mythology and folklore into the story.
Oh, does that count for fan service?
I mean, she has big boobs, like she's naked in it.
No.
No,
He's saying like the folklore, like they had like
folklore.
yeah, like they had like they for one mystery they would bring like a Chinese like ghost story into it. Another one it would be like from like Indonesia or some shit. That's what he's talking about,
Yeah.
which is a unique point in terms of fan service because I mean, if you're a fan of culture from that perspective and you appreciate that aspect, you could say that as fan service, and that's perfectly acceptable. But then when you think of like other things that someone as an individual may be a fan of, could you count that because of the fact that they're servicing you as a fan for it? It's not sexual. So are you making this a purely sexual anime, or are you making it based off of something that they do that you're a fan of individually?
I mean, yeah, I guess that would count. Sure.
It doesn't have to be sexual now. Fan service doesn't have to be sexual. It's just like
I've always thought of it as sexual. That's why I'm asking the question.
You can service the fans. Like it's different anime, but sometimes it's like
It's an easy one, sure, but if you want to get technical, you can do stuff like that.
like a good example of that. A fan service would be in Apothecary Diaries when Mao Mao makes the Shin Chan face. When you seen that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh damn, that's like I think callbacks can be fan service. It doesn't have to be panty shots and like titties all the time. It can just be like cool, oh shit, like Easter eggs. I feel like, if someone throw you a bunch of Easter eggs, I feel like that's fan service also. A good ass reference can be fan service to me.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not disqualifying anything y'all saying. I've never thought of it that way. I've purely thought of it as like tits, ass, blurred, dick, and whatever. Yeah, all that.
Hold on. Best music. Girls Band Cry. Chris?
Girls Band Cry.
Okay. Best sci-fi?
Best sci-fi, I have Train to the End of the World. Power of 78.
That was mine too.
And last one before we are caught speed, mystery thriller.
Grim Variations again.
Okay. Nice.
Nice to know.
See, he wouldn't disappoint me with those twists.
What you expect him to say?
I don't know.
What was your adaptation, Chris?
Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf.
Oh, that's right. It was Spice and Wolf. What about you, Ethan?
Adaptation? I still Mushoku Tensei, but I like Chris too. What Chris says, that makes a lot of sense.
And I had I had Demon Slayer.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, those were good adaptations.
Oh, so Ethan, real quick, NXT Rascals are on NXT, all of them.
Oh, that's wicked.
And Joe Henry is apparently going to be in the main event.
That's wicked.
I was
NXT is on fire.
Like, God damn it!
They're on fire, man. They are really on fire. For some of the shit gimmicks they have, the rest of it, they're on fucking fire.
Yeah. Let's move on. Yakitori, best fantasy. Starman.
My best fantasy was it was Delicious in Dungeon. Delicious in Dungeon combined every aspect of what I like in fantasy, bro. They had dragons, they had magic, they had knights, they had cooking, they had elves, they had traps, they had like everything, man. Just like mimics, like it's just like, oh yeah, man, it's everything that I want in fantasy. I know a lot of y'all probably gonna go with Jobless, and I can't even knock Jobless Reincarnation being a good choice, but I feel like Delicious in Dungeon, yeah, man, like that was a good ass fantasy. Rudy
Why
does,
why is cooking a fantasy? That's the one point that I was like, huh? Cooking.
Because you're cooking like these like mythical creatures, like they're like using like
it was Dungeons and Dragons. It was literally
I believe you. I'm just saying, where's the cooking come into play? I don't watch a fantasy to see people cook.
Cooking is because they have to survive.
They're cooking in the dungeon.
They have to eat.
Cook in the dungeon, cooking like all these fantasy creatures, these fantasy plants.
That point makes sense, Matt. I just cooking in general.
They're eating. They're like, it's just fantasy. It's just so much.
They're not eating like this cow, pig, and all that. Like no, they're eating fucking dragon, minotaur, centaur.
That makes sense. I just he didn't expound on it. He just said cooking. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about people cooking. That's not a fantasy. I could fucking go in my kitchen and cook right now.
It's just like, bro, they gave you real. I mean, it was the fantasy part, but I felt like the cooking just was a nice little chef's kiss, no pun intended, to really just add to it because they're cooking, they're eating these monsters, but they're still.
That's fine. Yeah,
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons my whole life, bro. And to be honest with you, I've only watched every Lord of the Rings movie one time. I'm not the biggest fantasy guy. I'll admit that, but sometimes I wonder if I would be a warrior or a mage. And sometimes I watch something like, yo, I want to be a mage. I watched Delicious and Dragon and was like, damn, but being a dragon sign kind of goddamn cool. I didn't know. It was just so much fantasy. I really loved it.
You're 100% mage. 100% mage.
All right, Chris, what's your fantasy?
My fantasy is Data Life Season 5.
Which one?
Was what? I'm sorry, you brought
Data
up
Life Season 5.
Data Live.
Okay. Nathan?
Oh, I thought he was going to expound on this point. Sorry. Okay. Contrary to what Starman thinks, I am not picking Jobless as my best fantasy. I am picking Tsukimichi Season 2 as my best fantasy. Tsukimichi Season 2, to expound on it. Honest to God, like, when I think of fantasy, a lot of times I correlate it with isekai, right? You could think of sci-fi too from that directive, but I tend to go with fantasy with isekai. And I think Tsukimichi, I've said it before in the group, and I've said it in general, I really think Tsukimichi is a really underrated isekai. I agree with Matt's point that a lot of isekais are really rinse and repeat. Nothing really stands out for it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Tsukimichi isn't of that similar ilk, but the way that they do it still, in my opinion, I think is really well done. And I think they do that rinse and repeat method better. I mean, at the end of the day, I've correlated Tsukimichi to literally having Rimuru from Slime if fucking he had like a mean spy and he was vengeful. You know what I mean? Like, I consider that like enthralling from that perspective. And that was the word I was looking for a couple of words ago when I was talking about like visualization. Enthralling was the word I was looking for. But in any case, Tsukimichi, I think, just does a great job of it from that perspective. I mean, you have literally you have so many creatures, spiders, orcs, dragons, fucking liches, and they all get human forms when you name them, similar to how Slime is. And they're all OP as fuck. Even our main character, Makoto, super fucking OP. Like he's one of the most OP characters, I think, in anime. I can honestly, he's one of the most underratedly OP characters in anime. That motherfucker is OP as a motherfucker, bro. And he's vengeful against a goddess, a shitty goddess that fucking threw him to the side because he wasn't cute. He wasn't cute according to her. So you can't speak English. I'm sending you to Death Valley for you to get eaten by these monsters. And now he's become friends with the monsters. He's made all those monsters OP. And not only is he basically doing, in a way, the goddess's work by going after the demons, he's now trying to find ways to become friends with the demons. And he's trying to weave the world around him to benefit him since he's stuck in this isekai. There's so many layers to Tsukimichi. And I can keep going, and I will keep going when I get to my 13. But Tsukimichi, bro. Tsukimichi.
Ethan went in. I respect that.
Yeah, we'll give him that one. I didn't pick Dungeon because I picked it last season. So with that, I gave it more to Mushoku Tensei. Especially more of like seeing different content, I've seen like different world. Like we got the Labyrinth, we got the Dungeon, we got the Hydra. Of course, we get our magic. I could have given it to Konosuba, but they didn't do a whole lot. Because we already know about their world. Like, it wasn't new, like explore except for a house. That's not fantasy. I'm sorry. There's no other world they went to. No other.
Yeah, bro, you bought a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
have you seen these interest rates? Buying a house in 2024 is a fucking fantasy.
I mean, fair.
Being able to afford 2 wives in 2024 is a fantasy.
You got, but I gave it to Mushoku.
I'm trying not to spit my water, bro.
I think it took more advantage with the fantasy world compared to Konosuba.
Son of a bitch. That was funny.
Well, speaking of choking, let's get some Yamazaki whiskey, that Japanese whiskey.
I don't choke on that. Pause. That might be y'all.
That will be, I forgot to put it in here, Slice of Life.
Slice of Life was hard for me because I was like, we had drama, and I didn't want to get caught up with drama and Slice of Life because there were two different like genres. But I didn't delete my Slice of Life because I thought it was very appropriate. Best Slice of Life I saw this season was the many sides of voice actor radio. In its true essence, I can't say I don't know. They didn't sit around like doing nothing. Originally, I was gonna do Train, but then I was like, I don't know, Train was fucking. They went on a fucking adventure. Like that wasn't just we just gonna hang out every day and this is what the fuck happens. But I felt like many sides of voice actor was like, nah, bro, this is a slice of what it's like to live in the life of a Japanese voice actor. It's like, bro, I am a pop idol. I am a radio actor. On top of that, I'm a TV actor, and I go to school. I wear these many different faces. And the anime of itself is actually about someone who ends up cracking their mask. And everyone gets exposed. So now it's like, oh shit, I still got to do my work and deal with my peers looking at me like, you broke the code. You ain't supposed to do that. But damn, you fucking good. It's like trying to gain that respect. Like, I don't know, trying to be a professional, go to school while chasing your dream at the same time. To like do that shit in high school, I was like, this was a pretty appropriate high school anime. I got to get them props for that. So yeah, many size voice at the radio, good slice of life, man.
I was gonna counterpoint you and say like I can't consider that a slice of life truly because that's slice of a special life. But you just gave a bunch of points where I can't really counter you. So cool.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chris, what's your slice of life?
My slice of life is Girls Gonna Cry.
Okay.
It follows the story of a girl who has been bullied horribly by most of her old school, told to just leave it alone, don't bother, gets the blame put on her, and tries to pick up a new life in a new place, where she meets friends and starts a band so she can get out her emotions. It's not your typical happy-go-lucky slice of life, but it's another side of life.
Okay, no, that's a good one.
It's fair.
Ethan, I'm pretty sure I know what yours is, so it might be the same as mine.
Is it bartender?
It is bartender.
It is bartender. At the end of the day, bartender, like I expounded upon previously in terms of my surprise, um, bartender, like I said, it gives you a whole new side to drinking as an avid drinker, for better or worse. I do it so frequently that it becomes commonplace. It becomes passe to just sit there and just have a drink and just do whatever you do. But to literally, if we're going on the themes that Chris and Starman have said today in terms of slice of life, the stories basically show day-to-day interactions with people, the highs and lows of life. And after those highs or lows, they want to get a drink. And they get whatever drink they choose, or they ask the bartender to choose, and the bartender will look at them and or hear their story and provide A, exceptional service, and B, a drink that is benefiting of the moment and the feeling. And that's something that most bartenders will never consider. What's your drink? All right, let me get a Jack and Coke. Okay, you get a Jack and Coke. But you come in on like a shitty day, it's raining, you're wet, you're tired, fucking work was fucked up, and you say, like, he's like, what do you like? Whiskey. Okay. And he will sit there and make you an entire drink, give you an entire story about the drink that you're having. It's a drink that you haven't normally had, and you never see in the anime people hate the drink. They're all just like, what the fuck? Like, this is the most incredible drink. And it's, the drink is tasty, but it does a lot more for the soul. Drinking for the soul is different than drinking just to drink. And to encapsulate drinking for the soul, I think is exquisite, absolutely exquisite. And I'll expound more on it again when we get to the 13. But yeah, bartender.
But no, I like bartender. My dad's a bartender, and that's kind of how it is. Like, I like as a bartender, I have these conversations with people where it's like, like good, bad. Like, they are there to listen to you, and they make these drinks for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I respect it in that aspect, and I like the stories of the drinks, stories of these customers where they were happy and sad, and Ryu was that perfect bartender to accommodate most of those, even though he still had a shit ton to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's get to. Let's see. Let's get to some sushi. Comedy. Now we're in the comedy.
All right. Comedy. All right. I smell a. No, I'm playing with you. Konosuba. Konosuba. It's funny. It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Train almost stole this award. Because Konosuba, this was the least funniest season of Konosuba I've ever seen. It wasn't as funny as the previous two seasons. Honestly, they decided to get very, they got very shonen with this one. We saw Cosmo be a badass. We saw him be smooth. We saw him be the adult. We saw him be the voice of reason. We typically don't get that, at least that much. But within it, them taking the course about darkness and making this season about her and her needing to get rescued, I thought it was cool because within that, they still found ways to get comedy. Even Cosmo trying to bail out of, getting into the shit and then getting into the shit and just being a badass. It was just so enjoyable to watch. And then when it was funny, it was funny. So I have to give that to Konosuba.
Chris?
I also have Konosuba, but for a different reason. I personally didn't think season 2 was that funny because they just reused a bunch of the old jokes from season 1. So when they went off with new jokes for this season, I was completely for it.
Okay. What, Ethan?
What do you think?
It's Konosuba. It's a sweep. It's a sweep.
It's a sweep. It's a sweep. The only thing I'll expand upon Konosuba is that, in my opinion, from the moment that it was announced in summer 2020 or for spring 2024, it was automatic. From episode 1, I understand Starman's points and they're very accurate, but it was still fucking funny. Konosuba is one of, if not the greatest comedy anime ever. It's in the pantheon of great comedy anime, point blank, that has ever been created. The end.
Top 5.
Mhm.
Easily. If it's not in your top 5, you have no funny bone, or you have had so much fucked up shit in your life that you just can't laugh.
I mean,
You
if you haven't seen it, I can't exclude someone who hasn't seen it. But if you've
no,
seen
no,
it,
no, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If you have seen this and you don't think it's funny, get off
Yeah.
my planet. Get off my planet. Get away from me. Get.
I know there was plenty of times that I was howling, so
Yeah, you piss yourself laughing. At least once an episode, you will fucking crack the fuck up. Minimum.
I wasn't say piss myself. I don't kink shame. I kink judge, but
I've never pissed myself to be turned on, but it's another conversation.
That's an off the air conversation. All right. But no, it was a sweep. There was no way. But next up, some yuzu shu, yuzu wine, something that packs a punch. So best action.
all right, best action. I initially was going to go with Kaiju number 8, but then I felt like, all right, Star Man, you come on, spread the love.
You gotta calm down.
Spread the love around. There was one anime that came out. Story wasn't really shit to chew on, but action wise, man, they showed they ass off. Which studio showed the fuck out? I'm talking about Windbreaker. Windbreaker, the action, the martial arts that they were doing. They had, for like the middle of the season, every supporting character had a fight. And every fight was dope. The animation for the first episode, the fight is dope. Like the fight is dope. Last episode, fight is dope. It's dope fights. So I tell anybody, if you just in an action anime, you want to see some cool, if you like Baki, I tell you to watch this. It's not as intense or drawn out as Baki or advantageous, but it's very, very like sleek. It's cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tokyo Revengers needs what Windbreaker has action-wise, and Windbreaker needs what Tokyo Avengers has drama-wise. If you combine these two anime, this would be like the top 3 greatest anime of all time. If you combine that shit, it would be up there. Like, oh my God, Windbreaker. Only thing Windbreaker's missing is the drama and story that Tokyo Revengers has. That's the only thing he needs. And oh my God, this shit would be a classic. But action-wise, they showed their ass. It's just marvelous. I had to give them some love.
Yeah, that's high praise.
Oh man, it's martial arts, bro. Just brawling.
Hey, bro.
That much.
I know about martial arts, bro. They're there.
Yeah, man. Windbreaker. A lot of people didn't
I don't have my belts anymore.
I tried to get people to check out Windbreaker. I'm like, yo, y'all missing out. Watch Windbreaker.
I tell you what, if I had time,
we're talking about you.
Watch it, I would definitely pick up Windbreaker. If I had time to go back and pick up some anime that I didn't watch from this season.
But action is dope. It just needs more story. It shouldn't have been this big. Before I get off of this, because I don't want to stretch this out, its biggest downfall was the fact that it was only 12. It was only 13 episodes. They gave you an extra episode, and it wasn't an epilogue. It was just like a filler. They ended it.
It was starting up the next arc.
Yeah, they started the next arc. I was just like, dog, y'all could have cut this shit off at episode 12 and we'd have been good. Then they do episode 13, and it's like, okay, it's a new episode coming on next week because it ends on the cliffhanger. So now you're just waiting for the next season. And I thought that was a dick move, but it doesn't take away from the action. It's just that was a dick move. This shit should have been 24 episodes, and they know it.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Chris, but that's fine. Starman, you've convinced me. When they announce season 2, like beforehand, I will binge the first 13 of Windbreaker and join you.
All right.
It's all right because mine is also Windbreaker.
Smart man.
Jujutsu Kaisen known as the king of jump.
Too, so I will as well.
Good. It's a palate cleanser. It will cleanse you of all the bullshit you had to deal with Takamichi.
He's right.
You're right. This will be my palate cleanser for Tokyo Revengers, so thank you.
Yes.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
All right, Matt, we're committed.
Yeah, we are committed. Well, I got time for a couple weeks. So.
I don't know if I'll do it during hand, but that's fine. Keep going, Chris. Sorry.
Going off of Starman, I like to say this is the opposition of Jujutsu Kaisen fights, while Jujutsu Kaisen is the king of jump-ins, Windbreaker is the king of fuck your jump-ins. Um, seeing all the fights that where they're heavily outnumbered and just overwhelming them with their just small group is just always great to see.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's yours, Ethan? Are we the same?
We're the same because I didn't watch Windbreaker. Otherwise, I would probably join them. But let the sweep fucking continue. Kaiju number 8, baby.
Yeah, it was Kaiju. 'Cause I didn't have any good action, honestly, out before Kaiju 8. Like I didn't. Yeah, really
Demon
didn't have an
Slayer
action.
is the only other one.
Like I
There
had
wasn't
fight scenes, sure, but wasn't really action focused. But no,
No, it
Kaiju.
wasn't. No, Kaiju was 1,000,000,000% like action.
I'm saying
straight.
outside that I didn't have anything action wise this season. So
We had action parts. Like we had action.
exactly,
fight,
but like wasn't like a
but not-
focus or anything.
not hyper focus. Yes, agreed.
Like a fight or two, not even. But no, I love the fights in Kaiju 8, especially with Kaiju 9 and the one the finale. Like I liked it. They were fucking slapping.
No, like Kaiju number 8 was, like I said, I was gonna give it to that but the only reason I did it is because
You want to spread
Kaiju
to that?
8 really, it gave you story. They gave you story and they gave a little bit of action, but until like the last 3 episodes, it was like, okay, it was build up. It was great. It was some of the greatest build up you're gonna see because they gave you enough to chew on, but then they really gave you the action the last 3 episodes. Windbreaker gave me action first episode, action second episode, action third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eight. Not, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, okay, right, they fed me more. But Kaiju number 8 is, hey bro, I definitely recommend it's the top action anime. I'm just spreading love, but y'all got a good point. I would never knock it.
All good.
All right, now since we had the yuzu wine, let's get some more wine. Momoshu, the peach wine.
You should really put like fucking what's it called? Damn it. What is it? The fucking the seltzer they have. Strong Zero. That should be
No, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Oh, you got okay, my bad. My apologies.
Yeah, was that we had a yuzu wine. Now let's get a peach wine to go. Keep the wine going.
Ethan, man, let that man mix, man. Let that man barista. Let him
Yeah,
brew.
yeah. He's the barista. He's gonna make those coffees for dessert later. He's gonna make those.
Let that man bake.
Fine, go ahead.
What we got? All right, now best adventure.
I gave this one away early in the episode. Train to the End of the World. I've already reinstated the points several times. It was a dope adventure. I love all of these girls. I love cute girls doing cute things, and they stole my heart, man. This show was so much fun to watch their whole adventure. And considering, shout out to you, Matt, because first episode was so fucking weird, and just out of there, I was like, bro, I'm not in the mood for this shit. I'm not watching this shit. And then after the zombie episode aired, what it took was Matt could not post that week. He was like, yo, can you do my thread? While I was doing his thread, I ain't go on Twitter. I went to the episode and I just scanned till I found something I could take a picture of. And I was like, hold on, I'm gonna have to watch this because I really want to know what the fuck is going on now. And that's what did it. It was that one time Matt was like, yo, I need you to take over and, post a thread for me today. After that, I just said, bro, I got to watch this shit.
Yeah. All right. Success. Chris, what do you got?
Mine is also Train to the End of the World.
Yeah.
Hey.
Seeing the girls go through fucked up Japan in order to find out the cure of 7G was hilarious to watch, and it was just a great time.
All right, even what do you got?
I'm different, so Matt, go ahead and give it to Train too.
It's Train, yeah. We talked about it enough. And the discussion. There was no debate.
I'm the only one who didn't watch Train here, so I couldn't give it to Train. I respect all three of you for giving it to Train. That makes total sense given everything that you've told me and what I've heard throughout the season from all of you involved in Train. So no doubt. I gave it to Jobless simply because the adventure that they went on to rescue Lilia. Not Lilia. What's her face? What's Paul's wife's name?
Lilia?
No, that's the redhead. You're thinking of
the blonde. Oh.
What's her
Zenith.
name? Zenith.
Yes.
Thank you. Zenith. Thank you, guys. Yeah, they literally went on an adventure across a continent and another adventure in a labyrinth in that other continent in order to rescue her. So, I
To
mean, to
rescue a
me,
brain dead woman, yes.
yeah, to rescue a brain dead
It
woman
would have
and
been fun if he didn't show up.
probably. So, I mean, I could give it to Tsukimichi, but just in terms of the pure adventure of that adventure, it was jobless for me. So.
No, I can't knock you. Like the last 3 episodes of that show, they okay, like they came with it.
They knocked it out the park. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now let's get that Red Velvet Cake best romance.
Best romance. For me, this wasn't even really a romance anime. It's just the only anime I watched that had the hints of romance. It was just cute. It was adorable. Like I really fond over this couple. That would be none other than Zagan and Nephi and how Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride. Like I really enjoyed like just him. He buys her because we gotta have slavery. He buys her and he doesn't like I don't want you to do anything. I just kind of I didn't want you to be a slave no more because I think you're too pretty to be a slave, which is a very shallow reason to save someone from slavery. But hey man, he gives her a castle, he gives her a kitchen, which is when you say it out loud, that definitely sounds kind of like, bro, okay. Now that I say it out loud, is that really romantic? I don't know. She likes cooking
That's
for
love
him.
at first sight.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh no, they get a daughter. They adopt a daughter. They get a whole family. She learns magic. They support each other. Like, and she gets kidnapped. He rescues her, and oh man, he gets to be the whole hero, and just he really loves his elf bride, but he's just so shy he can't show it. And Nifty is the cutest fucking thing I saw on fucking anime this entire season. She's adorable. So yeah, man, they were great. I love them.
So did you just spoil your couple of the season 2?
We'll have to see, man.
Okay.
Chris?
I wanted to give it to Date Alive season 5, but there wasn't that much romance besides the whole Mio shenanigans that happened at the end there. So I gave my best romance to Chilling at Level 2 in Another World.
Okay.
I can't even lie, man. Because did you see the OP? Well, of course you did. The OP to that kind of
That's just straight up.
You're gonna
It's
get
so fucking cute.
Like, okay, the OP is adorable, man. I couldn't even watch it too many times. Make my teeth hurt, bro. It is just the cutest shit.
I feel bad for Ria Takamiya, who had to sing that. She felt so fucking embarrassed.
She had so many roles this season, so it's like contrast to what she was playing. I thought that was really dope.
Yeah,
she's like the Lisa of like voice acting.
She's the queen of Cinderella's.
Yeah, so that was a good one. I did enjoy that one too.
Even
I just want to qualify Sean's point earlier by saying that the romances this season disappointed the fuck out of me. We're getting a lot of romances in summer, which hopefully will make up the difference between the fact that spring had some really like meh animes. I was really disappointed by the romance category as a whole. With that said, my best romance though that I did manage to give it, if I can find where the fuck I put it, here it is. I don't even want to give it to him, man. I gave it to Whisper Me a Love Song, and I'm like, I'm not convinced. This is one of those like awards where I gave it to it just because of the fact that the Yuri was cute, but I mean, I guess as a whole, in terms of the romance aspect of it, you can expound on Whisper Me because of the fact that you have you have obviously what's her face? I'm forgetting their names now, damn it. Yori and Kino, right? You have their romance that's established, that's cute, and then it bubbles up as the episodes continue. But then you have to keep in mind you have Aki, and then you also have, with the revelation of the last episode before it went on hiatus, of Shiho loving Aki. So there's still like love drama going on from that perspective. So as a romance show itself, I think it encapsulated it pretty well because of the fact that it has like multiple layers and different directions of said romance. But it's not something that this award isn't something I'm giving it to it with as much conviction as I've given many of the other awards tonight.
Aki doesn't deserve Shiho. Just throwing that out there.
Aki deserves better. Yeah.
No, Shiho deserves better. Fuck Aki.
Shiho deserves it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah. I didn't like Shio at first, but then the episode before that where they did the reveal, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, patience before you call someone a cunt.
No, definitely Miro. Oh, we'll get to her.
Oh my God, no, you don't.
We'll get to her.
No. You're good for you. You're wrong, but nah. For me, Grandpa and Grandma turn young again.
Yeah, I knew that.
No,
Yeah.
that was with how they, especially with how they ended in the band. Like, damn.
It's raw. I get it.
I'll get to it when I get to it, but no, I very much enjoyed it. I like the romance for them, so I'll talk to them more later. But yeah, no, I didn't have any other real romance outside of that. I didn't want to give to Daima. It was okay, but I don't connect with Omegaverse to really give a shit. And Whisper was okay. Like, it was just nothing special compared to like other Yuri I've seen. It was just there. But so with that, yeah, definitely Grandpa, Grandma.
Hey, buddy.
That was dope. No. I saw a lot of praise for Grandma and Grandpa are young again. I saw like a lot of sites were calling that like the slept on romance anime. That was like, this is the romance anime you didn't know you needed. You really need to check out. Like, they really praised it.
Like I said, I'll get more into it later. So hopefully,
I'm surprised you didn't give it sci-fi with the fruit
it's not really sci-fi. It's more supernatural, but it's just
or supernatural.
Yeah,
I would have given it. I would have over mysterious disappearances.
That's not focus though. It's just
the focus is more slice of life romance.
The anime doesn't happen without the fruit, though. It's like life doesn't happen without.
But they eat the fruit
the
once.
apple.
That's really it. You'll get the hourglass a little bit, not all the time. It's just more of the
I
other
feel
stuff
like-
that's the focus. Like,
I
it
feel
focuses
like
more on a funny
You're-
side of it, the slice of
Sure.
life side, the romance.
There are more. Yes, there are more
That's
primary
like
focus.
saying the stand arrow is the main focus of JoJo's Part 4.
It is. It's the stand arrow is the principle of JoJo.
No,
It's literally Dio and the arrow. That's it.
well, no, Dio's not even in the same. It's in Part 4. Dio's not in Part 4.
Without Dio, there is no JoJo. Without the arrow, there is no stands. Therefore, there is no JoJo.
I mean, you don't know that, but
I mean, people have gotten stand arrows without or stands without the arrow.
Anyway, all right, we're getting sidetracked.
let's move on. All right, Depression Cake, best drama.
Depression cake.
Depression cake.
Yep, it is a cake.
Okay. The best drama. Oh man. I'm gonna stick with my original because I was about to switch it up because I already gave this an award that was very similar. But fuck it, I'm gonna keep rolling. Many sides and voice actor radio. It's about acting. It's about acting. It's like just the drama behind making a drama, making a sci-fi. It was just the acting, the tension. The voice actors really sell the whole show. And I gotta give Ethan, don't blow your top over this, but you cannot dub this show. You just can't. It's dub proof. Like, you cannot dub this show and do it justice. You just could not. Like, I just don't believe you could. Because
To your point, though, can you make it? Can you? I guess it ruins the principle of the show. But can you make it? Can you Englishify it? Can you Americanize it? That's what I was looking for. Where you see the American side of voice acting from that.
No, I think there are, don't get me twisted, I think there are American, British, I think there are English speaking voice actors who are good enough at their job that they could take on these roles and do this show. I'm not saying that I don't think you could make a dub out of it. I'm saying the principle behind really being able to relate to it, I feel like it's best in natural. It's natural.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was what I was trying to expand on. Like, this speaks to the Japanese insight to voice acting.
Yeah,
Can you do an American?
They're more strict with them than the English.
If you dub,
okay,
you will lose something. You will lose that whole overall essence in it. I mean, if you want to focus on about acting, good actors could do it, but I do feel like it gave the actors who played this role, I feel like they had to do so many layers and they had to do so much so much range. They had to really show a different range. So
Mhm.
I had a great experience with it because I didn't watch this show and been like, I recognize these voice actors, except one, because there was only one person whose voice I know because I fucking know her because, you know, she's one of my favorite voice actors. But it wasn't one of the main characters, one of the supporting characters. So, you know, Ruka's voice actress. I can't remember her name, but I really love her. You hated her, Ethan. You wanted her to die. Ruka's voice actress played the girl you
You
hated.
hated her because you know she was serious about her job.
She was serious about her job.
Oh, what's her face?
Blonde.
Yeah, Mekaru or whatever her name was.
Yeah, you didn't like her, but no, that's my
I
favorite.
came around from her later on. I didn't hate her.
I really like the drama because it was relatable. I've been in those rooms with actors and stuff. I've worked on movies, so I've seen this shit up close. Like it really felt like, and I've record in my spare time, so I do record people who do voiceovers. So I've seen this shit up close. So I was really able. It was really special. I was able to relate to it.
Okay.
Chris?
Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Part 2.
Okay.
Uh,
What drama happened there for you?
well, I mean, the fact with Rudy dealing with his Norn's depression, her going through a hikikomori, trying to stay in shut-in phase. The whole situation on Father's Day was also a big part of it. It's also because I couldn't really like. It was the only way I could justify liking it because I like this whole season, the adventure and the action, the or more so the fantasy that got me into Mushoku Tensei in season 1 wasn't there. Like I couldn't get into it, so I had to like try and figure out my own like what was wrong with or what was I missing with this. So I like looked into it and I tried to like go into it. And I realized, oh hey, the fucking the dramas with or it's more this season's going more for drama with the whole with Rudy's depression. So that's why I'm giving this to Mushoku Tensei.
Okay.
Interesting point of view. I almost changed my pick to voice actor radio simply because of what Sean said, because that is fucking nice what he said. That makes total fucking sense. I'm gonna stick with my original though. I chose Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night, simply because of the fact that at the end of the day, you know, the drama, I guess compounding onto Starman's point of what it's like to be in the Japanese entertainment industry, the drama of trying to get views, releasing things at a certain point, otherwise they flop, hanging on to social media, the ups and downs of the girls and their feelings, the drama involving the what's her face, Kano and Mahiru. The drama between those two girls and their fallout, and then the drama involving Kano's true story where she fucking got fucked over, and we'll get into that later. That I felt, you know, there was every time Jellyfish did a good job of every time they answered a question, they asked another question in a drama fashion. They left you on cliffhangers that weren't like all the time so sudden at the end of the episode, but they would throw bits and pieces of it that makes you question things and adds that intrigue, adds that like that baseline, that like that sunken like feeling you get, not to like a hardcore degree, but you get a sunken feeling when they add a little tidbit in there that you know might be addressed and was ended up being addressed later on in the show, and it added to that for me. So I felt that the drama was really consistent throughout in that show, and so that's why I gave it to Jellyfish.
Not a bad choice.
I also gave it to Jellyfish. I will give it to voice actor, but they both have something similar of the entertainment industry with Japan. Very strict. There's definitely consequences, stuff that does happen, whether it's voice acting, whether it is being an idol. They both do not play around with that. But I like the drama more with the other 3 to 4 characters, like the group, the Jelly group as a whole, whether it was together or separate. Especially Kiwi. I fucking love Kiwi. So
yeah, I do too. You know, it underscores the point that, like, you know, prior to you watching anime, if you were to look at the Japanese entertainment industry, you would really sit there and be like, oh, it's full of cute girls and funny and like really pop like sensations, and it's sensationally like what's it called, really like big what's it called, big theater, things of that nature. But after watching shows like Oshino Ko, Bocchi the Rock, I didn't see Girls Band Cry, but we could throw that in there, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, and Voice Actor Radio, it really underscores all of the negativity, all the bad shit that all of these people endure that we simply can't fathom and we don't appreciate from that perspective. Because even if you see the most perfect person, they've all been through controversy, whether we know it or we don't know it, things of that nature. And so it really stands out over these last 2 years alone, the spotlight onto how fucked the industry really is. So
All right, that is it for genres. We got some characters, animation, and we're out of here for part 1. All right, now here's your strong zero. Best fight.
All right. My best fight. Man, my best fight. Vice Captain Oshino versus Kaiju number 9.
Okay.
Boy, I was in Jacksonville staying with my partner. Shout out Cap. I was staying with him. And bro, when I tell you I woke the whole fucking house up. I woke the whole fucking house up. Like he was in the kitchen whipping up a blender, making pancakes, just cooking loud as hell, bacon popping, all this shit everywhere. Bro, when they fucking fought, I lost my shit. I had to rewind it because he's like, rewind. I was like, I gotta rewind it, bro. You got to see this. Let them pancakes burn. We gotta watch this. Bro, that shit, that fight was so fucking amazing. Then we got 2 parts of it. So we got the part 1 because they did the cliffhanger thing. He fought him in part 1, then he fought him again in part 2, and then he transforms, and this man is still hacking away at him, like straight up total badass, like Samurai versus the Kaiju. Like that shit was fucking awesome. Sorry, Windbreaker. Windbreaker had the most fights, but Windbreaker did not have just one single fight that was this fucking epic. They had quantity. This one was a very high quality fight.
Respect.
All right, Chris, what was your fight?
My fight was Sirius Cosma. Sirius Cosma versus the Castle Guards and everyone. That was such a good. Until now, we've never seen Cosma being confident.
Yeah, he did body those motherfuckers like nothing.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh boy.
Matt, I think ours might be similar. If not, so be it. But I chose Paul's Party versus the Hydra.
I did that too.
Yeah. I totally underscore Starman's point in terms of that, and I understand Chris's point because it was pretty badass from Kazuma. But realistically speaking, in terms of the sheer magnitude of a single fight in this season, there was nothing that had greater ramifications to a show and to a life than Paul's Party versus the Hydra. At the end of the day, you rescue the wife, the mother, you manage to conquer the labyrinth, something that no one's ever done before. But at what price? Your mom and the wife are now basically a vegetable, brain dead. You've lost the patriarch to the Gray Rat household as we know it. And that loss was to save Rudy so that he can continue on in his life. He can nurture the next generation of Gray Rat. He can continue on. He can go see his baby girl. He can go be with his wives now and furthermore, and be able to continue on in this second chance that he received in this isekai. So, and it was a badass fight as a whole too. Like the whole scene, they struggled at first, then they got their composure, they made a plan, they executed the plan. They executed the plan to success, but was it really successful? Was it more that they won the fight versus they survived the fight? And again, just underscoring all of the ramifications that happen. Furthermore, when Rudy gets back and he has to tell Norn and Aisha everything, and they bring back Zenith, and she is in just that blank state. No fight had bigger ramifications in a long time, quite frankly. I can think of a bunch of, like, not a bunch, but I can think of a few fights that fall under Starman's bar when it comes to quality and badassery and holy shit, this is fucking the most epic shit I've seen in a long time fight. But I haven't seen a fight that has been that gravely magnitudic. That's not a word, but it fits the description of how this has altered. Monumental. That's a good word. Thank you, sorry, man. But yeah, I haven't seen a fight in such a long time that affects a show permanently. The course of Mushoku Tensei now has changed, and this is why they called it turning point number 3, way back before this fight even occurred.
Yeah, it was definitely a different character development for Rudy. We had a free X way of doing it. Like, you get there, you figure out the Hydra, no good. You have to retreat, despite Paul being very emotional, rightfully so. Retreat for now. They don't go far. Emotions are running high. Try to figure out how to beat it. And Rudy had. I love that. That was a great callback from the Heracles story. Kind of trying to cauterizing it. So, like, all right, good. I love it. I love it. And they get there. Looks like they're about to win. They're about to get off easy. But first, Paul does. He sacrificed himself to save his son. Rudy loses a hand. His victory, but you get people can die. And it's more of, I told you not to go. Told you not to go. And you went, and you lost your daddies. You didn't listen. But I like that. Well done. How the Hydra was animated was also nicely done. I was very happy with that. No, very, very good, solid fight. Did what he needed to do and progressed war character for Rudy. The cause of his dad and his mom, in essence. Alrighty, moving on. The Angel Food Cake, best protagonist. Who is the hero for you? Hero of the story.
Best protagonist, best main character this entire season was someone who was relatable to me, because although he was 30-something, he was considered an old guy, which is not fucking right. But Kafka, man. Kafka.
The motherfucking sweet, baby!
After I had in Kafka, even though it's also the GOAT.
Kafka had that main character energy, bro. He was like the main character.
We all have Kafka?
Motherfucking Kafka, bro. Let's go.
I got Kafka too, so.
He was so easy to root for. He was such a good guy. He was so heroic. And then his transformation was total badass, and he didn't even really get deep in his bag. He really didn't even really scratch the surface with understanding his powers. And then he was still like, look, I'm not the bad guy. I was like, oh, that's some shit Superman would do. He was like, bro, I can break out of these chains. I can escape right now, but I'm not the bad guy. And Kafka really, Shinomiya went from, fuck you, I'm better than you, to getting kind of she saw him, bro. She was like, she was like, oh my God, this man saved me. No man has ever fucking saved me, daddy. Oh my God, she whispered that.
That's my daddy.
He watched the dub, bro. She called Kafka daddy, bro.
Shit.
Nah, I'm just I'm playing, but
I thought she really did. I was like, bro.
No, because she said daddy in the sub.
Yeah, I'm being facetious, but yeah, man. No, Kafka was great. Like, I love even in the dub and the sub, because I finished it off in the sub. Because of what happened with the juggling of it. But y'all tell me, y'all give me some Kafka love, man. How'd you feel about Kafka, man? Since we got
2 points that I want to expound on, Starman, when it comes to Kafka.
Keep it under 5 minutes.
No, it's gonna be short. First point is he made the ultimate sacrifice of sacrificing potentially his life in order to save all of his comrades, and to save his childhood friend whom he admired, save his vice captain who he had great respect for. He sacrificed it all to save them all, knowing the cost of that sacrifice. And the second thing I find, to Starman's point that he mentioned early on in terms of relatability, I think all of us as 30-something-year-old men have had dreams and we've had to forego them at some point for some reason or another. Kafka was on the verge of that. And when you really see the fact that we'll get into perhaps we might the other side characters of the show, but to see him basically be galvanized to be able to continue to pursue his dream and achieve his dream and achieve it in a way, in an unconventional way, but at the same time unconventional, equally unparalleled, is very striking and something that screams high level protagonist in my opinion.
I love Kafka Hibino. I
I was having Kafka. Nice to have a protagonist that's around your age.
Right. We don't get that.
No, we don't. We really don't get those these days. So it's rare.
When I was chilling in my 30s.
For real, he makes you feel like you could do anything, legit at our age.
Yeah. Everyone goes at their own pace. He's in his 30s. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect
Full Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible.
Yes. Yeah. I know. I'm very happy with him. He was a right guy. He was a good guy. Did the right thing. Give him at exposing your secret.
And after getting the kaiju powers, he didn't get the press about it. He kept being his same goofy self.
Yeah, he pissed out his nipples trying to figure out how this body works.
That was fucking
pissed out of his nipples.
Literally, if Konosuba didn't exist, I would have given it to kaiju just because of the nipple pissing. That was pure fucking gold comedy.
All right, Devil Food Cake antagonist.
Best antagonist. I don't have just one antagonist. My antagonist was a group because they were collective, because everyone co-signed everyone's bullshit. No one stood up to say nothing, which made everyone equally as evil. So much so that the bad guys of this anime were actually the good guys. I'm talking about the Dragon Keepers. Fuck the Dragon Keepers. The Dragon Keepers were just like Vought. They were just like the Soups in The Boys. They were pretentious, arrogant, like assholes. Like they were just superior. They had a superiority complex. And that just made them such great villains because, like in The Boys, America, I'm talking about the whole world, Japan, everybody thinks that the Dragon Keepers are these amazing, brave fighters, but they don't know that they look down on everybody who ain't them. Like, fuck everybody that ain't them. This shit is an act, and you guys are fools, and we gonna live the sweet life. They kill people like the police and get away with it because who gives a fuck? Who gonna stop me? Like, they'll do whatever they want to anybody they want. Like, if you are a subordinate, you get out of line. Like, one guy, spoiler, even tells Red Dragon Keeper, hey, man, I'm going to have your job one day. And he's like, oh, word? You strong or you weak? He was like, I'm strong. Oh, so you saying you better than me? He's like, I guess we'll see. Splat.
And he immediately finds out.
And then ate. Then picked up chopsticks and just ate like it was nothing. And everybody just looking like, bro, you can't bust somebody's brains on the fucking concrete wall and then just expect me to eat like hot plate like it's nothing. Like, the fuck? We eating hot pot. Like, what? Oh, man.
Yeah, it got splattered all over the wall too. Hot pot, bang.
Bro, it was all over the wall. Didn't give a fuck. They just ate. I'm like, come on, y'all trash. But say Dragon Keeper was a terrible antagonist. I loved him.
Solid.
All right, Chris, who's your antagonist?
My antagonist is a dude who caused so many fucking problems for these people who had a huge, massive god complex and ego to boot. I'm talking about Isaac Westcott, head of Deus Ex Machina from Data Live. Fuck him. Created a girl just so he can created a new type of humanoid with fucking stupid amount of power so he can be God. Killed so many people just to get his hands on power, and even after losing the first time, he just takes the knowledge after dumb time shenanigans in order to try again, not wanting to give up.
Okay. Even who you got?
Who you think?
Muzan?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I gave that shit to fucking Miro. I
You
went
gave
off.
it to Meryl. Oh my god!
I
You
gave
give
it
it
to
to
fucking
Sundari
Meryl.
again, of course.
Yes, I did, because you know what? I've said it on the podcast earlier in the season. I understand people get power hungry. People want to achieve their goals by any means necessary. But I've never been a supporter of you achieving your goals by fucking stomping out your competition to
Who?
the degree that Meru did.
Meryl from what? Sukamichi?
No,
No,
jellyfish.
from Jellyfish. Bro,
Oh,
you doxed multiple motherfucking girls just so you can get their spot, just so you can fucking get ahead of yourself, just so you can prove to a person that's not even your fucking mother how superior and how amazing you are. You caused so much pain, drama, lost money, lost income, lost careers, only for your personal benefit. Solely, not even for the girls, because none of the girls knew. I don't. We won't ever know really if the mother knew. I'm gonna say she didn't. But you did all of this. You've ruined lives. We've seen lives in real life be ruined because of doxing. You can talk about the parody that we just saw from AEW bullshit yesterday, but outside of that, the amount of stress, agony, pain, and suffering that people endure because of bitches like her is cannot be understated. And for you to sit there and like glorify and not think much of your actions, and then you think down on people that when you ask them for your opinion, for their opinion, and you tell them like, this person's an asshole, this person's a bitch, this person, is a piece of shit that shouldn't do this, and you're like, huh, interesting. And then you keep on fucking doing it, and you give no regard to the fact that every human around you thinks it's not okay, and you continuously do it. You are a piece of shit. You need to get hit by a fucking train. Somebody needs to kick that bitch into fucking Shinjuku Station and fucking just bang, get rid of her. Be done. The world will be a better place if you get rid of motherfuckers like that. Swear to God, on my life.
Oh, so you'll get rid of her over Kim Jong-un and Putin. Okay.
They need to die too. There's a lot of motherfuckers that need to die. I'm not a subscriber. Real life. I'm not even talking anime. I'm not a subscriber to All Life is Valuable. No, the fuck it is not. Some people don't deserve to live. The end. Fuck you.
tell us how you really feel.
I'm motherfucking
he hates tsundere women, especially children. I gave mine to this man was the ultimate gaslighter who did not want to take accountability. I'm talking about Poison Pantera from Train to the End of the World. He just had a bit. He fucked up. Could have turned him back to normal, but no. He chose to keep the world as it is because he didn't want to get blamed for it. So, fuck that guy. Seriously. What an asshole. Almost with the whole world. Push of a button. And did not want to take any responsibility because he didn't want people to fucking hate him. You're a dick. Fuck off.
I love that this is like a group therapy session for things that we hate. That's just fan. I love it. I love the hate. Hate. Where's MJF? Hate.
All right, now we're getting to the drink portion, the dessert drinks and all that. Let's get the black sesame latte.
Black sesame latte.
That's
so,
exotic, eh?
And it looks really pretty. So this one is best waifu.
All right. No one can guess mine except Chris.
Is it from Data Live?
No, Chris could probably figure mine out. He's not going to try, which disappoints me.
Wait, hold on. What happened? I missed it. Sorry.
Waifu.
Oh, Chris can probably guess my waifu.
Oh, is it Zeffy?
Yay. Nephi from An Archdemon Dilemma, How to Love My Elf Bride. Nephi was the waifu. Nephi was adorable. Nephi was just adorable. I like Nephi. She was just she was cute. She was super ultra mega cute elf.
Mm.
That's all I got to say about that. Just 10 out of 10.
Okay. Chris?
Mine is the superior wolf waifu of the season, Reese from Reese, because Penrith. Reese from chilling at level 2 in another world. Just like what Starman said, she's adorable. She has an amazing, just like song about showing her devotion towards her husband.
Did you say
Everything
something?
she did to she bettered herself, learned how to cook, tried to do everything she could to like have a peaceful life with her with Leo. But yeah, I'm giving it to Reese.
Ethan?
You know, I do my best to not have underage girls as waifu.
Here we go.
I do my
Oh
best.
no, here comes the bait.
No. There's no. I didn't choose one. I originally chose this person as my best girl until she left Bolchan basically at the pivotal moment, left his ass.
Oh,
It doesn't excuse that shit. That's why she is not best girl. But in terms of waifu, I did choose Alice from Duke of Death. At the end of the day, a girl that's down to ride with you through the end, like goes through so much with you, almost
You choose her
dies.
every season.
Have I really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I never even
3 in a
noticed.
row.
I never noticed. Oh shit! But no, like, bro, big titty sexual girl that loves you for you. How could you not love and appreciate that? The
you're
fuck?
good.
Like, she
She's
cooks
18.
and
She's
cleans,
legal.
and she's legal. She's legal. She cooks. She cleans. She, does whatever you ask of her at the drop of a hat. Even though Duke of Death isn't that type of show, if he would have asked for sexual things, she'd do it without questioning it. Like, yeah, all day.
All right. Mine.
Oh, we got robot Matt.
We got fucking Elon Musk Matt, where it like she glitched.
Ah, shit.
You're good.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
Shinomina,
You're back.
Kaiju 8. It was great. So I adored her.
Who'd
What?
you pick? We I think we cut you off.
Oh, it was Shinomiya from Kaiju.
Okay.
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 I was like, nah, she's gorgeous, man. You know what? You may have daddy issues, but you know what? I can fix them.
Speaking of daddy issues, well, that was the point I wanted to underscore. If we go back a few awards to the fight, at the end of the day, one of the things that was really profound about the fight is that Rudy, in some ways, never got to fix his daddy issues, and in other ways, internally, he did.
Right.
Key thing though, daddy issues.
Yeah.
Starman, give it to me.
You got it, bro.
No, you're supposed to say daddy issues. You say it's your thing.
Oh, I mean,
Daddy issues.
Daddy issues. He says it so much better than I did. But anyway, Matt can fix daddy issues. All right.
Yeah, I can fix it. Damn. Next up, Royal Milk Tea, Best Husbando.
all right. Let me see. Now, if there's any guys this season who I feel like, bro, you should meet my sister. You should meet my cousin. You should meet my niece. I think you're a great guy. It would be none other than Cheeto. Cheeto, just this woman, Mio, wanted to, like, even after him finding out the truth about his past, he didn't like crack, fold, switch up, break down, go into depression. It was a complete mind fuck. He was just like, look, what you're doing is not right. You can't kill all of my friends. I love these girls and I would love you too, but you need to stop this bullshit. You need to let this shit go. He went back into the past and met his past self and was like, look, we're not the same person, but he dead. I'm not. Let that shit go. And they just kept trying to tell Mio to let that shit go, and she could not fucking get it. And I swear she was gonna be my best antagonist because I could not stand fucking Mio. She got on my nerves because she was like, "Oh my god, bro, you fucking head-headed." But she was so patient, and he had Zafkill, and he just kept like, "Look, I'm gonna use every power I got to remedy this situation, and I'm going to keep the main thing. He never lost focus." So yeah. Shout out to Shido. Day to Live, season 5.
Okay. Chris, who's your husbando?
I had only two real picks as for this season, I either had Grandpa Victor from Duke of Death, and then I have my one pick, G-Son from Grandma and Grandpa Get Young Again. Despite like his wife's ailing health, he stood by her side. He took care of her, and even after they started to grow young again, he always stood by her side and took care of her, worried about her health, even sacrificed his remaining half of his remaining lifespan, in order to be with her, in order for them to like stay together longer. And then that fucking final scene where they pass away under the apple tree was great.
Did you give it to them, Matt? You want to keep going on that?
Yeah, no, it's G-Son. Man gave half his life to make sure they both died together. He even calmed the fear of dying alone. Or even earlier, when they could turn young and old, he feared that they were going to outlive their kids and their grandkids. And Grandpa gave her that reassurance, like, no, we're not immortal. It's only temporarily. I promise you, we're not going to outlive the rest of our family like that. So, and like, whether she was sad, happy, anything at all, he was there. You need a man like that. I am sorry. So, old or young, G-Son, without a doubt.
I'll get to my pick now. I figured it was the same thing, so I'll let you.
It
was. Yeah, you're good. My Husbando is the only award that this show is going to win. Masaki from Tadaima Okaeri. At first, right? Because Omegaverse is odd. Like, to me, I always look at Masaki as a woman, being the cis man in this day.
It broke you.
It didn't break me. I'm not over here like fuck this show. It opened up.
You're like, what? Like, how does it work? Who is what? Why is this?
But hey, Matt, think of it this way, right? You always give me credit for at least trying to expand my understanding, even if I may not agree with it or I think it's weird. I always try my best to expand on the LGBTQ community, plus community, gotta add the plus, expand on it. I may make a bunch of jokes on it, but I genuinely am like really curious. Like, not from that aspect, but you get what I'm saying. I knew one of y'all were gonna say that shit.
Yeah.
On a completely unrelated but slightly related note, I met a poly person on Saturday before I came back. We were at a bar, and one of my cousin's friends is poly, and we had a good 5-minute conversation talking about like polyism and things like that. So I get curious from that perspective. But nonetheless, I'm getting off topic. Basically, Masaki, at the end of the day, identifies as a man, and even though what's it called? Sorry. I always want to say they, but we'll say he.
What are you talking about?
It's he. Masaki's he.
It's Omegaverse.
I always want to say they, but in any case, what happened, Starman?
What show are you talking about?
Masaki from Tadaima Okaeri.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so basically, when it's all said and done, though, even though Masaki has his problems in terms of what it's like being an Omega, the struggles, the depression, like all the things, all the effort and things that he went through in order to get to his point where he's got his 2 beautiful children, he's got a loving husband who's always there, supportive. I find it's the opposite, because without Masaki there, it was actually proven when you don't have your life's partner there with you, how much different the world is. Without Masaki there, to be honest, there is no real story with Tadaima Okaeri, because of the fact that Masaki is the primary home care. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, home giver, like homemaker. I guess you could say
house husband.
Yeah. House husband. Sure. Yes. He's the ultimate house husband. Is always there for the children, always supportive of his husband, always looking at things from a empathetic light and being able to make the best out of situations, being supportive of people when they're going through things, offering good advice, offering good support when needed, being able to, really, express themselves really well. That's the type of person I think that somebody should desire in a man. They should, you know, they should desire someone who can take care of the home, take care of you emotionally, take care of other people emotionally when needed, be supportive, be kind, be, you know, just a genuinely good human to everyone around them, including those that are most personal to you. And Masaki does that really, really well. I felt out of all of the main characters where this would be applicable. So,
All right, very good. All right, moving on. Let's get some iced coffee in here. So, with that, best duo or group, a pair of two or more.
Okay. Best duos, Craft Lawrence and Holo.
there it goes. There's
There's
the first
the question.
award for fucking Spice and Wolf from Storm. After he said they're gonna sweep every award imaginable, he finally gave him one.
Right. Yeah, man. Craft Lawrence and Holo. Yeah, man. They're a great team. They're a great team together. Like they both complement each other. You know, Holo, you know, she can be a spoiler brat, but she's good in the pinch. She's real supportive, and you know, Kraft doesn't give up. And I think most of why he gives up because he knows he just can't abandon her. He has to like be her rock when she needs to. Even though she's this powerful wolf, she's still a woman. She's still a girl. She still like needs someone to provide and protect her. Even though she can independently just do that shit herself, she allows herself to like, you know, in some ways be submissive to, you know, and let him lead. Because she was like, yeah, I need him to feel good about himself when he leads. But don't get it twisted. He driving the cart, but I'm making sure that this cart don't run off the rails. So they're a really good team. I think I think that's a very realistic dynamic between adult men and women. So I really appreciate them for that.
My best group of the season is just a bunch of local high school students who go around the town keeping the people safe, whether it be from other delinquents or trying to help an old lady find a missing cat. I'm talking about Bo Furren from Windbreakers.
Cool. Yo, Elliot, how you doing? Welcome.
My best group, I felt was really fucking easy. It was Division 3 from the motherfucking sweet anime for me, Kaiju number motherfucking 8. Yes, Division number 3. At the end of the day, really what it boils down to is they are, you know, it's like I can't fathom what it's like to be in the military. But when you are in a band, when you're in a division, those people are your brothers and sisters, right? They're there for you. They're in the firefights with you. They're there. They sleep with you at night. You're the first people you see in the morning when you wake up, when you eat, when you train, you do a bunch of stuff, right? Division 3 is quintessential when it comes to that. They are always down for each other, always looking to protect each other, always working together. Everybody works together really well. There's friendly competition involved with multiple people, multiple areas. And at the end of the day, what really sells Division 3 is they were all down for Kafka. There was not one person that wanted Kafka to die, go away, be separated from the division simply because he was Kaiju 8. They recognized the sacrifice that he made and really wanted him around. They appreciated him being unique from that aspect of the fact that he is the old man. He was funny. He was comedic relief for some of those people, but at the same time, he was very integral to their team. It's one of the things that they highlighted in the show, how Kafka was able to because of his knowledge with Kaiju, the research and the studying he did on Kaiju, be able to provide them support. Sure, he won't help you really much in a firefight with guns, or, you know, with fists and like that, unless he's in his Kaiju character. But in terms of his knowledge and his desire to make everybody better, be helpful, be useful, they appreciated that and they stood up for him. And that was really admirable from that perspective. So Division 3.
All right. Whew. I had to think about this one. This one is a little hard. I will say that right away. I liked the 4 girls from Train to the End of the World. I like the dynamic of everyone, especially Akari and what was that girl's name, Sean, that you liked?
Oh, who were my girls? Continue.
But no, I liked everything about them. They all had different strengths and weaknesses. They were able to combine to help each other out.
Remy.
What?
Remy was my favorite.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Remy and Akari, they were also great together. So, but no, I enjoyed everything about them. They all complemented each other well, good and bad. So, kudos to everyone there. Also, Akira, sorry. Yeah, Remy and Akira mostly, but Tadeshiko, but more of the support type of thing. Always had that cool, level-headed. Shizuru, she ain't bad, but you know what? Like I said, I gotta give it credit to all four of them.
All right.
All right, barista, give us a drink.
You want an alcoholic drink from the alcohol barista
No,
or a nice?
talk about like coffee, some caffeine, some type of anything. What do you got, Sean?
All right. Let's see. We are at
Best couple.
best couple. Oh, Nephi and Zygon. I gave this shit away. That was a spoiler. Nephi and Zygon. They were the best couple. Like,
He asked for the drink, not your pick.
Yeah. What drink you making us?
oh, see, I thought you asked. I was gonna
You are the barista at entertainment.
Oh, I don't know, man. What drink you want, man? Bloody Marys for everybody.
All right, there we go. Bloody Mary for the couple.
Bloody Mary for the couple.
That's going to end in a wild night for them.
That's morning. That's breakfast, bro. That's brunch.
A wild afternoon for them. They're going back to the hotel room after brunch.
Damn right. Chris, what do you got?
My best couple is Cleo and Reese from Chilling at Level 2 in Another World. While the story for the series wasn't great, but man, those two made the show interesting and just keeps me going back to it.
Okay.
Especially Reese.
All right. Is it Bochan and Alice?
It was until I just changed it.
Oh my God! What'd you
Literally
do?
just changed it. You know, I've really thought about it, and I can't. You know,
It's because you said you did it twice in a row.
No, it's not. It's not going to be something I did twice in a row.
I know, but I'm saying that's
let
why
me break this down. I first went with Bochan and Alice simply for the fact that the end scene, the last episode with the wedding, was really nice, really sweet. It was a good capstone to a good series, good romance with Duke of Death. However, when you boil down everything that happened in Duke of Death that led up to that, like there were a lot of high points, but the low points of season 3 really kind of knocked it down a slight peg for me. However, Tinashe and Oscar from Unnamed Memory, I think stands out very well from two aspects. One, they actually get to have sex before they get married, so that was cool. But B, and the more important piece, is they've established themselves. They are a couple. They are a solid couple. And then a freak accident happens in episode 12, and Oscar ends up going back in time. And Oscar, because of the fact that he's gone back in time, has already fucked up the fabric of existence within the timeline. The timelines that he both came from and has gone to are now fundamentally broken. And therefore, we find out later on, actually become non-existent. However, in his final act before he himself specifically becomes non-existent, he sacrifices his existence to save his future partner, his future wife, to save her from all the drama, suffering, agony that she went through over the course of 400 years.
What show?
And Unnamed Memory.
Oh, gotcha.
Unnamed Memory, and he sacrifices his existence to save her from all the pain and drama and stress and all the bullshit that she went through for over 400 years to get to where they were specifically at the moment that they met 400 years later. And basically said, you know, like, I'm fine with not existing as long as you get to live as queen of your people. So not only saved her from all the bullshit, saved her kingdom, because in the original events that happen, her entire kingdom gets wiped out. Everybody in the kingdom is destroyed, dead, gone. And he saves an entire nation by sacrificing himself for his future wife. And now that brings up season 2, which at first I was kind of like, they should have just left it like that. But now thinking about it in hindsight, as I'm explaining this, I really want to see Tanasha because of the fact she is now fundamentally affected by this. And will always remember Oscar because of the fact that it happened when she was 13. And the entire reason why she's been able to live the way she's lived is because of Oscar. And so Oscar repaying her for all of things that she did for him 400 years later by doing this, I want to see that full circle moment between them. And I want to see they're the new Duke of Death where I want to see this fulfilled now that I think about it in hindsight. So best couple, Tanasha and Oscar.
Grandpa, grandma. That was a no-brainer for me.
Yep.
They've been together for so long. They were there for each other no matter what, for sickness and health, till death do you part. They died together. they got that again. That's what I meant. Like till death do you part. The fact I loved them together. I got the genuine love out of that. Like it felt like it was nice. It was romantic. They actually got a second chance to do things that they were not able to do, like finally go on a honeymoon, because they haven't done that either. So, grandpa, with all the praise I've given it so far for the season. All right, we got 5 more, so lightning round. Let's go. We got the macchiato in. Best supporting girl.
Best supporting girl. For me, this is my last award I'm gonna give this anime, but it's the 8th award I'm giving this anime, and it's only right because I'm talking about none other than Shinomiya from Kaiju number 8. She was like best supporting girl. She stole the show with whatever scene she was in. She stole the show. She stole the show early on. She made people who thought she was a bitch, she needed to get hit by a bus, start telling me how much they love her and how amazing she is. Talking about you, Ethan. But yeah, man, Shinomiya was amazing. Like I had nothing but love for Shinomiya. I thought she really complimented the show. Daddy issues. Matt can't save her, but I can.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell, Starman.
Oh, fine. You can do it all you want, but I'm still going to beat her. So I'm satisfied.
You and Matt. Daddy issue solving supremacy.
You know, man, give me that suit. It's on, bro. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
Rock that whip. Let's go. I'll grab the whip, the paddle. Let's go. I'll make it kick.
Bro, so you're basically saying that Starman can have her from a wife's capacity, waifu capacity, but
I can have her as a sub, yeah. As a Brady sub.
Okay.
I can have her as
Go
a
back to your
sub.
man now. I flogged you to death. Go ahead. Go back to him.
All right, you can go back to being love and never somewhere else. That shit don't stay here.
Check your love out the door, bitch.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
Mine is Gretel from episode 3 of Grim Variations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chick was she wasn't around for long, but she was the whole reason why Hansel was able to make it through his life in that fake orphanage. Not to mention she was voiced by Christina B, so that was also a plus.
Who you got, Ethan?
Excuse me, I had to burp. I don't know whether we have the same one, Matt, or not. I chose Kiwi.
I did not.
Okay, that's fair. No, I chose Kiwi from Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. At the end of the day, Kiwi is a quintessential catalyst, really, for that group. Kiwi is the one that supported Mahiru and had multiple scenes with every single girl where they leaned on her for one thing or another, or perhaps multiple things. Without Kiwi being there, A, because of that emotional support, and also B, from her follower standpoint, because without Kiwi, she's the one that had the most followers that were known, right? They knew her as Nox. And so without her being there to basically give Jellyfish the real push it needed to get off the ground, they probably wouldn't be nearly as successful. And again, going back to the emotional side, Kiwi had those moments where, you know, she was basically Mahiru's inspiration when they were younger. Kano relied on her when she was going through rough moments, both when they were at the driving school, the motorcycle school, as well as after the post breakup between Mahiru and Kano. And then Kiwi was somewhat of a voice of reason and stuck together closely with Ray, because of the fact that, you know, they just, I don't know, there was something with them that they clicked really well. So I give it to Kiwi.
I gave it to Reno from Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young. I chose the granddaughter. She did everything she could to help her grandparents be happy. She's the one that helped book their honeymoon, arrange the honeymoon, even accompany them to help them out, especially in the new city. It got to the point where she took over their orchard business up to the point where they died.
Mm-hmm.
So she did everything she could for them. That's why I had to give it to me now.
Fair.
All right, let's get the oolong tea out for best supporting boy.
All right, best supporting boy. Who did we give this to? Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta recount my awards because I miscounted. I may have.
Sorry, it's not a clean 8. It's not a clean 8.
I have to go back and count, but it's none other than Reno Ichikawa.
Yeah,
right hand man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, he supported your boy from not day one, from day 2. Day 1, he was like, bro, I'm not finna give up like you. But then when he kind of saw his determination, just like, bro, Kafka works hard, bro. He got denied over a dozen times and he's still trying. He was like, damn, even I would have given up after that many times. Shit. But he still admired him. He pushed him. They pushed each other. He tried to keep his secret under wraps. He was like, bro, I ain't no snitch, bro. I'm gonna keep your secret. And I got you. And you know, he saved his life. And then he even had his own moment of glory when he was defending his former comrade against his fellow comrade against Kaiju number 9, and almost died in the process. I felt like definitely Reno Ichikawa was like, bro, that's that need to be the best man at your wedding, bro, because he's really a good friend. Like, shout out to him.
All right, Chris.
My pick for supporting boy is Shishi Torin's Joe Togame from Windbreakers. When oh man, I forgot who the top team. When the current leader took his place as the leader, he felt a immense darkness from losing what made him free, and decided to try to go down a dark path. Joe Togame decided to, of his own volition, be the bad guy. Let everyone else hate him, so that everyone can see their leader as the son, as he was before.
Okay. What you got, Ethan?
So first off, I changed my pick to Ichikawa, and I changed it prior to Starman saying his, as I was going on about Kafka and then Division 8. But again, all of Starman's points equate. It is Ichikawa. However, I want to take this time to actually, because I think I wrote this in the group a while back. I had a controversial pick, and I wanted to expound on that before I changed it to Ichikawa. I actually chose Tanjiro as the supporting boy. Now, you think Tanjiro's the lead in the show, so he can't be a supporting boy. I chose Tanjiro because of how supportive he was and how, like, he galvanized all those other loser fucking demon slayers. When they were down, they were upset. They would see Tanjiro, and they would get a little bit more down and upset because of just how amazing Tanjiro is. But it was all the other support, the supportive words, the supportive actions, such as cooking and doing things of that nature. So that's originally why I had chosen Tanjiro. That said, though, Ichikawa definitely is the better supporting boy. So I changed.
I was about to say, bro, that's the main character, man. Come on. So Ichikawa.
That's why I went with the controversy.
Ichikawa's, but
all right, Ichikawa. Okay.
Yeah, I chose Ichikawa. Like I said, I wanted to create some controversy when I chose Tanjiro for all the moments that he did that helped all the other demon slayers. But Ichikawa, bar none. I swear to God, I've given Kaiju like 10 awards.
I mean
kid you not.
that's fair because I believe last season I gave fucking Takemichi or whenever Tokyo Revengers season 3 I gave Takemichi best supporting boy because he's not a main character.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I also gave it 9. Oh shit!
Oh, shit. Look at that.
I gave it to Paul Greyrat from Mushoku Tensei.
9. Really?
Yep. Gave Rudy some life advice. You know, with the whole one. I used to have one blade. Now I got 2. It feels right. And that really didn't get covered in the light novel. And Paul sacrificed himself to save Rudy. And with that, they were able to beat the Hydra and save the mother. So he did best dad, best husband, what you want to say for him, but he had that support, even that costing his life. So
He has so many regrets.
Sure.
Oh, I don't think they've seen the novel bit of his thoughts before that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I will find it and send it to the group chat.
But no, that's why supporting boy was Paul for me.
Whoa, my wife dipped on me. Whoa, am I still good? Y'all got me?
You're good.
My connection is unstable now. It's fairly good. Oh shit. Uh-oh. If I go black, I'm sure everybody will be happy, but just saying.
And now
let us go with the German chocolate cake best girl.
Best girl, all right. I told y'all last season who I was giving this award to, and I'm not switching up. Holo.
There we go.
Holo, best girl. I'm not switching up. That award was secure. The other ones I tried to give some other characters fair shots, but Holo, bar none, no girl is better than Holo. Holo is best girl.
Also, show real quick for the supporting post. It's the girl's name is Mino. In case you're wondering.
Thank you. I will update that. I was like, I didn't catch your name, but I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah. No, I got it. I got you. But anyway, Chris, best girl.
Mine is Nina Iseri from Girls Band Cry.
Okay.
From her singing to her psychopath or rage-induced meltdowns.
Linkin Park personality.
Yes, she's great.
Oh, she's Chester Bennington. Uh-oh.
Spoiler.
I don't think that's a spoiler.
I'm just talking, bro. I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't watch it either, but she said Linkin Park personality. You think Linkin Park, you think it's Chester Bennington.
Yeah, like they hear the play a song. She's listening to Numb in her fucking MP3 player.
Oh, that's dope. That is dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. All right. What's your best girl?
This is another one that I just changed this second because again, as I expounded on with Tinashe, I wasn't confident in giving her best girl, but the more I thought about it and the more I let Sean's words about what the name of the show, Voice Actor Radio, kicked in, the more I decided to give it to Yumiko. I gave it to Yumiko. The reason why I gave it to Yumiko is at the end of the day, I think Yumiko showed perseverance. I think her story, and you could probably give it to some of the other girls in Jellyfish as well, but I think out of all those, like,
that's what I thought you were gonna do.
No, I'm gonna give it to Yumiko just because of the fact that she persevered through many trials and tribulations throughout that season. And Starman had said it first when he first watched the episode and didn't spoil it. But when she gave that performance, that final performance that blew away every single person in that room, she gave her heart, her soul, her body. She gave it all up for that performance. And as we heard afterwards, as they were walking away, they said the quote of the show was, when we recorded this, we wouldn't know until months later after it debuted that performance was the most talked about performance of the season. Once that character was killed off, because of how incredible the voice acting performance was done. And then, like I said, just seeing it was absolutely flawless. She had other flawless takes that they criticized and critiqued, but she gave that final, like, capstone of like just an incredible blow away voice acting performance. And to boot, you know, she was very honest, where you have Chica, and Chica would always say like, I could never do or say the things that you do because of the fact that like I'm not built like you. I don't have the character to just basically throw away my entire voice acting so I can support someone. I don't have that character to go in on a bet with that same person for the career, for your career, because if that shit went sideways, even though I hated that episode, reality speaking, if that shit really went sideways, that's it. They're done, they're on hiatus, and they're never coming back. And just the way that she approached Chica and always considered her a rival, waited until the very end, and when there were no other like ways to get around it, she finally gave in. She finally asked for the advice, and Chica said like, I would never ever do that, but the fact that you're here speaks volumes to who you are as a person and how bad you want to make this work, and so I'm going to help you. And I thought that that was really well done. And the more that I think about it, again, the more I give it thought, the more it has to be Yumiko, in my opinion.
Alrighty, best girl for me. Let me look at that real quick. I also gave it to Holo from Spice World.
Oh.
I love the personality. She was very fun. She could be bratty. She could be a tease. Yeah, I guess she was a joy. So, especially when we turned into a wolf too. That was also pretty badass. Yeah, she even told the other ones like, "Hey, I'm gonna put you in timeout." Kind of did. Not ready to stomp on people.
She was about to stomp on people. She was really. She was.
Should have. That would have taken the show to another level. She actually killed people. For real, like we saw it. I'm all for death.
But no, I also give it to Holo. All right, Banana Pudding, best boy.
All right, best boy. Man, best boy. I gotta give it. Like, I would want to be this guy. Like, if I could be in the anime for like a whole year, I would want to be this guy. Like, I would definitely love to be this guy. He's royalty. He's OP. He's a badass. And his maid is beyond sexy. I'm talking about none other than Lloyd, the Seventh Prince. Yeah, man. Prince Lloyd from the Seventh Prince. Yes, man. Like, best boy. Best boy. Like, let me give you some of Lloyd's accomplishments. When Lloyd was born, a magical spell erupted over the castle and broke and damaged like a ward of the whole fucking castle when he was born, because he was reincarnated from a world where he loved magic and studied magic, but he didn't have any power on some Asta shit. He couldn't use magic in his previous life pretty much because he was really weak. And only nobles could use magic. I was like, damn, this is a rip off of Black Clover. Okay, let's see where the fuck this goes. He dies. When he dies, he says, man, if I get reborn again, like, I just want to do magic. He gets reborn as a noble, not just any noble or prince, which means he has the capacity for magic. But let's steal some shit from Rudius. In his previous life, he understands a different way to do magic that does not exist in this world. So he uses that in this world to break down and understand the magic in this world. So not only is he born with super OP royalty magic, he can understand and do magic from his previous life because he can break it down and he can cast spells without saying them, kind of like Rudius. Like Gojo, he was born an anomaly that people didn't understand. OP from the jump. And like Mob, he was just a special kid that had all these fucking powers. Like, dude was OP as fuck. Anyway, by the end of it, he ends up fighting a demon lord. And in the middle of the battle on some Vegeta shit, just learns how to use his power against them and defeats this demon lord. But that fight goes on for 3 episodes, and that's one of the best fights I've seen this whole season. That shit was like fire. But Lloyd is only 10, bro. He is only fucking 10, and this man is a mage beyond any other mage. I guarantee you not. I've never seen an anime with I will say this: there is no protagonist in no fantasy anime that I've seen that can beat Lloyd in a fight. It's not happening. You're not beating Lloyd in a fight. You're just not. You're not. He can look at your magic. Okay, I know how you did that, and I can turn that shit up tenfold because he has an unlimited supply of mana. Ridiculous.
Okay.
I love that boy. I would love to be him. He is amazing.
Nice.
I might name my son Lloyd.
There you go. All right, Chris, who you got?
Back from Windbreakers, I have the wannabe head of the wannabe challenger of Bofrin, Haruka Sakura.
Hey,
Dude enters this town with the one goal of just being the top of this one gang. Learns that it's not all about just fighting to be the top. It's about working with the people who are are by your side. And dude's just hilarious. He's just a straight up tsundere trying to like hide his how awkward he is in these social situations due to him being a loner.
All right, Ethan, who you got?
You know, Starman surprised me. I thought he was gonna give it to the motherfucking sweep. I thought that's where he was going. I thought he was gonna give it to Kafka. I respect his choice, no doubt. But I thought after everything we talked about Kafka, by motherfucking far for me, my best motherfucking boy. The final award that I've given Kaiju number 8 is award number 9, motherfucking Kafka.
I can't knock that. I mean, you know.
For all the reasons we talked about him as a fucking best protagonist, he's best boy.
Kazuma from Konosuba.
Wow!
All right, but Serious Kazuma.
Wow!
Serious Kazuma was great. He's still fun. I still support gender equality. So I don't have to go along. I don't have to go along with Kazuma. We all know Kazuma. We all love Kazuma. So it's Kazuma. And the final award, finally, and that is the Cheesecake Award, Best Animation.
All right. Since I'm already here, I'm just gonna continue where I just left off. Animation wise, bro, this show had so many different styles of animation, regardless of all the jokes about the fan service and who this shit may have been for. Bro, like the different animation styles they were able to incorporate, the fast-paced animation, the CG, how smooth it was. When Lloyd became completely unhinged, the animation changed. When Lloyd was goofy, the animation changed. They went from chibi to like just, I don't know, bro. This shit went from Lucky Star to fucking like a Kamiga kill in like 2 seconds. I'm talking about I was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Best animation of the season. Sorry, I know you thought I was gonna give it to Kaiju, which was a good choice. Loser Rangers definitely deserved it, but 7th Prince was just that shit is clean. You gotta watch that in HD. But runner up, I say damn near a tie. I would give it to Go Loser Rangers because that CG they was able to mix in was like really fucking dope.
Okay. Chris.
Not a surprise to anyone. Fucking Girls Band Cry. I loved the use of the CG and then switching back to 2D animation for all the music videos they had for all their songs. It was so nice to just sit back, relax, and just take in the visuals the way they animated the music or the music videos at the end of each episode.
All right, Ethan.
I'm not going to give it to Kaiju number 8. I'm not going to give it to the motherfucking sweep this time. I always give it. Whenever this show is on, I always give it animation of the year. And it's to me the best animation in all of anime, point blank, period. You know, Angel is going to argue One Piece. I'm going to give it to motherfucking Demon Slayer all day. All fucking day. Forever and always.
It's easy. It's affordable.
They put their entire budget, everything. This is the only show that they really actively do. We could say, yeah, they work on Fate, they work on other things. No, they put their entire stake of their company. I don't think this company exists without Demon Slayer, and they throw so much.
No, they have
Fate without Fate.
Fate's more popular than Demon Slayer.
It don't exist without fate. Stay. Let's get that right, but continue.
Okay, fine. The foundation is fate.
Slow your
Fine.
roll.
Okay, fine. The foundation is fate, but they're not. I don't care. They're not at the same level as many of these other production companies. If it's not for Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer is their bread and butter, and they show it with this animation, pure, unadulterated, raw, gorgeous fucking visuals, everything. Demon Slayer forever and always until I find something else that will usurp that once Demon Slayer goes away. To me, it's the standard bearer of actual real life, consistent episodic to episodic animation. Demon Slayer forever and always is my like upper echelon.
Mic drop.
I also gave it to Demon Slayer.
Hey.
Much better than Swordsmith Village with how they did that animation, because a lot of it was fucking shit except for the final episode. The sparring scenes, you know what? They did that great. The Muzan entrance was fucking beautiful. and the final episode with the explosion, the entrance with Goemi, just the Hashi was charging in until you get the dimensional and the Infinity Castle. That was just nicely done. So a lot of props to that. A lot of props to that studio. I could give it the girls band. I like the CGI for it, but there are also times they're a little bit choppy. But it's not as bad though. But with what happened in the last two episodes of Demon Slayer, I had to give it to on that.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That is it for part 1. We're gonna take a 10-minute break, and when we come back, it's going to be our top 10 with some honorable mentions. Quick rundown of our summer list, and that's it. Hopefully, it won't be 3 hours because we're going to make sure no one talks Ethan mostly.
No promises, man. I'm sorry.
Ethan, a minute, a cup, 2 minutes. Can you do 2 minutes?
I doubt it, but we'll
try.
try.
Except for top 5. Except for top 5.
We're gonna bring out
my number 7 is not going. My number 7 might go above that. Just saying.
I'm gonna have a timer.
It'll be just like the debate. Keep on going for another minute and a half.
No, I'm gonna keep it running. Let's see how long you go.
All right, let's see.
All right.
And then stream.